Welcome back, everybody, for another night of Dirty Rotten Schedules. Wednesday night D&D. Tales from the Yawning Portal.
Is it just me?
What is that?
Nope.
I see. Dave was talking, but nothing was coming through. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
lighting up.
Yeah, he was lighting up earlier, but I couldn't hear anything.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah.
Hear you? Yeah, we just couldn't hear Dave.
Uh-oh. Well, we're live on my channel right now.
Mine too.
Ditto.
So we're just waiting for Spluginator to get back. Yes.
I wonder if the Spluginator is dressed up. Let's see.
I have no idea if Spluginator is dressed up. But while we're waiting for Spluginator to get back, Mr. Doug, how was Gen Con, sir?
Oh, Gen Con was pretty good. It was more people there, but it was spread out a little bit more. So it didn't seem to be much different, like attendance-wise, than the previous year, to me at least. But John said he thought it felt like it was more people.
Ah. So how did the Fantasy Grounds booth do?
We did not do a booth this year. We did 3 seminars instead. And those went pretty well. I did the first 2. I did one on Dungeons & Dragons, one on Pathfinder, and then John did one on development for Fantasy Grounds, custom development. And so those went pretty good. We had an hour. The very first one, the D&D one, I felt like I probably could have used more than an hour. So I had to kind of rush towards the end, but otherwise it was not bad. We had to get in and set up the projector and stuff too, so we lost about 5 minutes doing that.
Aha.
They didn't let you in before it started, so you would be ready to go.
No, they had another seminar that was going all the way up into the end of the time slot. So we basically, right as our time slot started, we got in, had to set up, and then do the talk. So, and then for the second one, there was nobody in between, so we had an hour break in between, and then we had no other ones, and then we could just stay in the same room. So we could have actually got a third seminar in there. We stayed a little bit longer on the first one as a result, just because we had, there was no one else waiting to get into the room.
Cool. I don't hear Dave. Does anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Hello, can you hear me on this mic?
Yes.
Yes. Speaking to the microphone, Squid Face.
What's up?
Awesome. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after having a week off for Gen Con, the wonderful gaming convention out in Indianapolis. And now that we are back, why don't we go ahead and reintroduce the characters? I'm going to start on the left as it shows at the top of my screen. We'll start with the player for Benazar. Please tell us about yourself. Please tell us about your character and where we can find you.
I'm CJ. Can't really find me anywhere. I don't have much of a net presence. My character is Benazar Goardra. He is a half-drow bard. He's been kicked out of 3 of the 7 major bard colleges, so that's kind of a big boon for him. Likes to brag about that a lot.
Alrighty, I guess next will be Ruprecht.
Hello, I'm Doug Davison, one of the owners of SMiteworks, the creators of Fantasy Grounds. I'm playing Ruprecht, the one-eyed furball druid who unfortunately lost his sight in one eye by staring at the total eclipse earlier on Faerun. So he hopes to regain that through some clerical or some druidic magic in the future. And he is freshly resting after having encountered a succubus and quite enjoyed the process, but now he's very tired and he just wants to sleep. Go figure.
Next, we will do, Cousin Eddie.
My name is FSHSchmo. I am playing Cousin Danger Eddie. I can be found on the Twitch at twitch.tv/FSHSchmo. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing on the YouTube.
Excellent. Next, we will go with Trigan.
Trigan Mistblade here, played by Duff563, streaming on the Praetor's Reject channel, and looking forward to getting back in the saddle. We've been off for a week too, and making mistakes left and right on everything.
Awesome. And then we will go with Cousin Clark.
Hey everybody, my name is Rob Tui. I'm playing Cousin Clark. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rob2E. You can find me on the DMs Guild, also on Facebook. And I would just like to point out that if it was not for my amazing cousin Eddie, that I probably would have been dead the very first adventure. He's amazing. Thank you.
That's bullshit. Because if it wasn't for me, you'd be fucking dead like every episode.
That is also true. And even though Splug is not on my table that I can see.
Yeah, this is the first time Splug is ever using a computer, so I'm trying to get back into Fantasy Grounds.
Have you downloaded and installed it yet?
By the way. Yeah, I did reinstall it, so I don't have the login alias, but I sent a couple tells out to you guys.
I see it.
Yeah, I'm working on it though.
Oh, you actually did have to reinstall it. I was just joking.
Yep. I see. There's this stuff called porn, and I watch a lot of it, and. Gotcha. I got infected. I got sick and I got a virus.
That's why you watch that stuff on your phone, man.
That's why you watch that stuff on your wife's computer.
There you go.
Oh, wow. That's kind of kicking it up a notch. I might have to do that.
Yes, indeed.
On whose wife's computer?
On my wife's computer.
Well, I'm single, so ladies, if you're interested out there, the Digital Dungeon Master is single, and I'm raring to go.
And if you have a computer that he can use,
that's right. Bring your computer over.
You have to have a good computer, and you have to have great dial-up because I'm moving my shit in too.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Digital Dungeon Master, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your character, sir?
I'm playing this cleric Tempest named Splug. I worship a couple deities. Well, Thor, and then he pisses me off, and then I go to Zeus. So it kind of flip-flops back and forth. And hey, you can check me out at digitaldungeonmaster.com and or Twitch or all the other social media shit, stuff like that. I'm all over the place. Just do a search. You'll find me.
And sir, do you need me to release your character so you can pick it up again?
Nope. I'm actually in there as Splug. SPLUG.
Ah, I thought that was Splooge. Okay.
Oh, hey.
Hey now. All right, do we have a volunteer to say what happened last game session so they can earn themselves a point of inspiration?
Well, it was a couple weeks ago, but I'll give it a stab. We're in this really bad place with a bunch of Duergar. We killed a bunch. We almost died. Actually, one of our kobolds did die back there. We killed a bunch of stuff, and I think we're up to a point to where we can start killing a bunch of stuff this episode.
That's the summed up version.
That was very, very summed up. Yes, indeed it was.
I just want the free inspiration is all.
Would anybody like to fill in the details? I will give Splug for the general details 1 point of inspiration.
Yeah, I'll jump in. So I think where we left off, we were starting to explore a couple of these rooms in the hallway just up to the northwest. And after doing some exploration there, this time Rupert decided to just head off on his own and go check out a room, and got attacked by a carpet, which was great fun. So he almost suffocated to death fighting the carpet. The rest of the group came in and bashed the carpet completely and freed him. Let's see. Then we headed off. We fought in an armory. There were a bunch of armor that animated and started attacking us, and they had a very high armor save, as you would expect, which made it very, very difficult for us to damage them. We kind of barely got out of there with the skin of our teeth, and then we decided, hey, let's go one step further, because we heard this voice of a female in the room that we're now in, and sure enough, we managed to unlock some magical wards and runes that allowed us to have entry into I believe it was like a library or a study. And we found a rather attractive female. I don't remember if she was elf or what she was supposed to be.
She was human looking with elven features.
Human looking with elven features. And she claimed to worship the goddess of beauty, and offered to provide free healing to us if we wanted it. So she came forward, touched each of us on the forehead, and we submitted to her healing touch, so to speak. And after doing that a little while, we started to kind of suspect something might be a little bit off, but we were too overtaken with her beauty and her charming ways. So she ended up being a succubus, and she drained the energy from several of us. I think it was Tragon and Rupert
Eddie.
and Eddie all basically got.
She didn't get me.
They didn't get you, Eddie?
Oh,
Heck no. It takes more than one woman to suck Eddie dry.
I guess it was just Rupert and Tragon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Rupert and Tragon got drained, and then she turned invisible, and she has escaped the area, we think, or at least she's hovering in the area. We're not sure. And we're just kind of resting up and ready to move forward in our weakened state. But we did have a female drow named Benazar that joined us.
Male half drow, technically.
Male half drow. Sorry, I couldn't tell from that picture. That photo is a little. Oh, okay, yeah. I got to zoom in. Got it. Yep.
Not the one in Bugbear Monthly.
Yeah, the one from Bugbear Monthly. Yep. So they did join us, and they offered to help, and then got attacked, and then wanted us to help them right away. So felt like it was good company, very much like how we operate. So we didn't think twice, and we let the half drow in. We would have let the succubus in and join our party too, but she was too good for us.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you very much for that wonderful recap. You actually kind of grabbed 2.5 or about 2 full sessions right in there. So why don't you go ahead and give one other person inspiration?
I will give the new inspiration. I'll give it to. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to randomize it. Let's see. Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie will nod and give you a little wink.
And just as a note, since Mr. Tui is currently in my chat and watching, I gave him a point of inspiration because Schmo is going to kick his own ass today. I can tell you now, he is going to kill Rob's character.
Yes.
We had a long conversation about this beforehand, about how he is going to slay Rob. So
very nice.
Don't be
You also
surprised if
forgot
the
we
cousins
hit
get in
level
a fight.
4 too.
yes, you guys had hit level 4. So, all right, gentlemen, here you are. You have just completed a rest. Some of you have searched the area utilizing various magic and mundane methods to attempt to see if the terrible woman who drained you of your lives is still around, but have come to nothing. You have found absolutely nothing. Trigan and Ruprecht, the two of you look like you are desiccated husks of what you once were.
I need some proteins and some fluids. Quick.
In this group, that may not be the thing you ask for.
Didn't she disappear on
Yeah,
us?
let me rephrase that.
Yes, she did. She did disappear on you.
As far as we
So
know.
far, I'm thinking like she sounds like a pretty good kind of gal to have around.
But I shared the map, so you gentlemen are all in the library still with the candlestick. Colonel Mustard is currently not hiding here.
I'm snoring.
Have we rested lately?
Yes, you have had a full rest, so all of you are healed, and I do believe you have all of your spell slots back.
Are we still unconscious though? You got it.
Oh, Rob, I got you.
Yep,
Rob,
I
you
still have
you've got to go back at some
unconscious,
point
which that is true.
and
They are
watch
still
my
unconscious.
introduction of you. It was absolutely amazing.
Benazar will go over to his fellow half.
I got you, Rob. I got you, bro.
Give me a con save there, Trigan.
Con save coming up. Roll it, baby. In tower on. You want it in the open?
Open is fine. Oh, that's wonderful. You're awake and not feeling healthy. You will roll over and retch.
Blech. Oh, I got sounds for that. You should have warned me. I don't feel good.
I will turn to the priest and say, my healing ability is rather limited. Is there anything you can do for this guy?
Well, that's kind of funny that you say something. Usually I don't respond to individuals that have been kicked out of 3 colleges of law or anything. But I would like to ascertain what type of, because I noticed that they haven't woken up and kind of looks like Cinderella over there sleeping still. I'd kind of like to stick my tongue down one of their throats. Can I tell if anything is wrong with these guys? It's out of the ordinary.
And
Something that just isn't the norm, Mr. Dungeon Master.
A medicine check would help.
Now, Rupert is a coffee drinker, if you remember. So save all the tea for Tragon.
That's funny because I hate coffee unless it's like 95 parts milk or Irish cream and 1 part coffee.
That is a very good roll. You are able to ascertain that they are magically drained of their life energy.
Ooh. They're drained of their life energy. Would I know that would any of the magical prowess that I actually have within me, maybe like a lesser restoration spell, do you think that could cure them? Well, do I think that could cure them, actually?
That would be a very good option for you.
Very good. Well, I will go ahead and as an action, I will go ahead and touch Ruprecht, and I will go ahead and get rid of this affliction that is giving him a hard time, and I will go ahead and do the same for Tragon.
Splugs penicillin.
Of course, I'm trying to make it look.
Is this going to take care of that poison ivy that I have on my inner thigh also, or is that a different thing?
I think that's going to be different, Rupert.
I think it's poison ivy.
I'm going to make this look bigger than it really is, though, because I'm going to set up a bunch of different tools and whatnot that I have, medicine stuff-wise, and I'm just going to say, everybody stand back. This is a very dangerous procedure. Things
Get rid of
get
this
out of hand
sore.
here.
Get rid of the sore I have on my wee-wee.
I'm not going anywhere near that one.
Is
that the same kind of sore on Cousin Eddie's lip, or is that a different one?
It's the same kind of sore.
Wouldn't he just burn that off with a cigar or something like that?
Yeah, I usually keep that burned down pretty well.
In fact, it looks like a cigar burn a little bit.
All right, so I will go ahead and I will cast Lesser Restoration. Unfortunately, it's not a ritual, so this is going to cost me 2 second-level spell slots, gentlemen.
Yep. And as you cast it on Ruprecht, he will regain consciousness. And as you channel the energy of Thor into his body, he jerks violently. And as he does so, you see that his flesh begins to fill up and he becomes less emaciated and more like himself.
Oh, good.
I thought if the succubus did her job, I wouldn't have to jerk violently.
Now, my child. I almost thought that we lost you.
Whew. Hey, do you got one of them cigars, Cousin Eddie?
And Cousin Eddie got one in his mouth. Yeah, I got one in my mouth. Why? What's up?
No, not. You got like a fresh one?
I mean,
I feel
I
like
do.
I need a
But
cigar after that experience.
I do, but this shit ain't cheap. I mean, I'll loan you this one for a couple puffs, but you gotta give it back.
Trade you for a berry.
Man, I don't know about them berries, man.
No berries. No berries.
And the same happens to Trigon, as once again you course the energy of Thor through his body. His hair stands on end. He kind of gets that really cool looking, like, 20-ish year old faux hawk thing going on, and as his face fills back up as much as an elf's face will fill.
Thanks. Appreciate that, Splug. I feel better.
Hey, no problem. I almost thought we
thanks,
lost you.
You're all right
So-
for a goblin.
We got to have somebody to fuck up all the traps.
That'd be me. Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen who are currently watching, the reason you haven't heard out of Mr. Tui's mouth at the moment is because Mr. Tui is actually in my chat. He is in Seattle, collecting as many tiki torches as he can possibly find at the moment. while
What the
drinking
hell are you
coffee at
talking about?
Starbucks.
What are you talking about? Geo, I'm right here.
Don't you have to swear if you're going to be robbed today?
I mean, fuck.
Yeah. Didn't you say you were going to give away a bunch of your stuff on DM's Guild for free for the week? I thought so. Open house, right?
I already tried to use his
Alrighty,
glaive
so-
as a ranged weapon.
So, gentlemen, you are currently in this library with a number of doors you have yet to explore. You have not found the succubus anywhere nearby, and none of you are charmed by her anymore. Her wiles no longer, mean anything to you.
I see her every time I close my eyes.
And then it becomes a nightmare, and her face turns into Splug's.
Don't you mean I?
Oh yeah.
Do we
What
know
you
where
get
she
for
went?
staring at the eclipse?
Can you guys hear me on this?
Yes.
Yep. You just gotta follow.
That was actually me. Thanks, AJ, for the follow. Do we see her? I mean, guys, where did she go? She packs a mean kiss.
All I know is she went north. Out of this room.
I'll come down here and listen to the door then.
Please go ahead and roll me your check.
Let's see if I left off where last time.
Yes, buddy.
Wow, that's a damn good
Pizza,
roll.
pizza,
You
pizza.
hear nothing from the other side of the door.
That was your
And-
one.
Yeah, exactly. And by chance do I perceive that it's locked or is it open?
It does not appear to be locked. There are, however, many, many claw marks on the door. Like somebody's trying to dig through it with their fingernails.
She was trying to get out, I bet.
Probably what my back looks like.
Wait for it, buddy.
I'll jiggle the handle.
The handle jiggles easily, as in not locked.
How the hell? If
Maybe
she was
the-
trying to get
Maybe
out,
the magic that we undid earlier.
kept the door. All right. Do we want me to open it up, guys?
Sure.
Open sesame.
All right, open sesame. Beyond, you see a bare, empty room. Looks like it's been bare for years and years and years.
Like it's empty, or is it has bears in it?
Empty, as in empty. We do have to specify, considering there is a random bear wandering around in this dungeon somewhere.
All right, I'll slide up here and do the same thing to this door.
Okay, you hear nothing on the other side of the door. However, you do perceive that whatever is on the other side of this door smells horrible.
I'm gonna go check this room and look around.
By
Hey,
chance,
guys.
is that? Go ahead.
I don't
sorry.
see any carpets in here, so I should be okay. But just listen up in case I get attacked.
Mr. Dungeon Master, does this door open out or open in?
This door that
The one
Trigan
that-
is currently standing
the
in front
one
of
that Rupert's
opens
at.
inward. The one that Rupert's at, that one opens inward as well.
Inwards, like towards towards Rupert.
Yeah, towards him. Yes.
I will take the table and lean the table up against the door so that when Rupert opens, it falls on him.
Oh, I left the door open.
Yeah, he left the door open. So.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
Dude, does the smell, is it death? Or is it just like, can I perceive maybe that something's dead on the other side of that door?
You can give me a nature check.
Okie dokie. Oh well. That's pathetic.
You are not able to perceive what type of smell. It is just so bad that it's making you gag a little bit. Considering you were just basically dead a few minutes ago, it's not that far out of it.
All right, I'll let the group know that crap is on the other side of this door. Is the door by chance locked? Can I perceive that or tell?
You don't believe it is locked.
I'll check it for traps or such. Please, let me do that.
Okay.
Cousin Eddie's
While
going
you're doing
to,
that,
he's going to try to identify the smell a little bit.
okay, you
You
can
said
attempt
nature?
to identify the smell as well. Yep, nature. And Rupert, you find no doors or any other secrets in that room.
Can I
Trigan, you don't detect any traps on this door.
Can I call Cousin Clark over there to maybe help me smell to see if we can figure out what it is?
You could.
I'll get out of the way.
Alrighty. All right, Eddie, you determine with Cousin Clark's help over the cigar smoke this is probably mold and mildew.
I will turn around and inform everybody that everything smells just fine. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Don't open the door, Eddie.
So Eddie goes over and opens the door.
Okay. The door opens easily. And behind said door, you find an ancient bedroom covered in mold and mildew and all sorts of nasty grossness, like water had gotten in here at some point in time.
I'll step away and kind of motion for somebody to go inside.
Who else has got, anybody that got better nature rolls, or maybe determine what the mold is? if it's haphazard or, just
Yeah, I
middle
might be able to check.
I can give it a shot as well.
That's best.
Probably better than me. Better than me, Bard.
Bard is better than a druid at a nature roll?
Probably actually is.
Oh
It's-
wow.
it's
Yeah.
int.
Anything could be better than that.
It's an int.
Okay,
Why is it
almost
int?
anything could be better than that.
Why is it int, not wisdom? I don't know.
I don't know either, but oh well. So between the two of you, you are unable to determine what kind of mold or mildew may be on the other side, other than the fact that it's incredibly strong smelling. Rupert, you would understand that if you were to go in there in one of your animal forms that has heightened senses, you probably would start throwing up. It is that bad.
Yep. I don't think it's very good on sandwiches either.
Probably not, no.
Maybe anybody got fire? They could shoot some fire in there. Burn it. Of course, the smell might knock us all out too, but it might work.
Benazir will get out a piece of delicate cloth, probably part of his fine clothing, and cover his mouth and nose with it, and gingerly step inside.
Nothing jumps up to bite you yet.
Over there and investigate.
It appears to be a broken nightstand and shipper robe in the corner, and there doesn't appear to be anything of any value there.
All right, I'll head over and check out this chest-looking thing or crate.
That is actually a table.
Okay.
And that table also looks like it has been eaten away by years and years and decades of mold and mildew. It's black, slimy, kind of gross.
Yeah. All right, I'll head over to the bed next.
Okay. And the bed also seems to have been partially eaten away by the mold, mildew, and disgustingness of this room. However,
Right.
if you'd like to roll me a perception check for the entire room to see if you find anything special, you are more than welcome to.
Can it be investigation? Or
It
specifically
can be investigation, yes.
that I'm good at.
That you are very good at. And with that, you notice that there is a over by the desk, the table, to the south of it, in the wall, there's a brick that doesn't seem to have any sort of mold or mildew on it.
Interesting. In this square or the one over?
One over.
I will go and check out this brick, and I'll give it a little nudge.
Okay, the brick looks like it comes out of the wall, as if there's something behind it.
I will carefully remove the brick.
Okay, and you remove the brick, and what you find, if I open the right window and learn how to use this program properly, is you find a small sack that has some gold pieces, a large cat's eye gem, and a number of scrolls.
Nice.
Nice find.
I will grab that bundle and take it out of the room.
Alrighty. Those things are in the party sheet at this point.
Ooh, an elegant scroll.
Good job, Bard.
If there are no objections, I'll take these scrolls and go over them when I have a chance. See if I can tell what they are.
Si, senor, go for it.
Splug, are you still alive? Ah, I can't hear him. I was saying it's awful quiet right at the moment.
I think he said that we could have everything that of his.
Oh, he said, "Give the whistle to the half drow." Gotcha.
I did
Just
consider
technical issue.
I did consider just taking all the stuff and then pocketing it and telling him I didn't find anything.
That also would be a possibility. Except you have 5 people who are waiting outside the room looking.
Yeah. I'll kind of nudge my way past these large people.
Alrighty.
Well, is that it? Should we go outside and check these other doors?
Sure, someone else go first. Just in case.
I'm not sure if we checked this last time. I know it's been 2 weeks, so I'll go ahead and just in case.
That would be good.
Did anybody really check the well?
Oh, the big pool of water that's kind of disgusting and gross? Yes.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
All right, Trigan, you do not perceive anything wrong with this door. You don't perceive anything on the other side of this door.
I'll check it for traps or such.
And you find no traps.
Or lockages.
Or lockages.
Don't do it, Eddie. Don't do it.
As Eddie walks over and opens the door.
Excellent.
He never listens to me.
Behind the door, you find a number of corpses of orcs and dwarves laying on the ground in various states of decomposition.
Hey, Pops, I think I found some of your kinfolk in this other room. You might want to go check them out.
I walk in.
That's how you make goblins, right? You start with the orc and a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this room, Mr. Dungeon Master? Just a bunch of dead bodies?
It is a bunch of dead bodies. It appears to be a continuation of the battle that happened in the other room that you just left from centuries ago.
Would that be the Battle of the Great Shag Carpet?
That would be whatever battle killed all of the orcs and dwarves ages and ages and ages ago and did not allow their bodies to be picked up afterwards.
I kind of like the Battle of Shag Carpet a little bit better.
I like battling shag carpets.
It was all the rage in the 70s.
Cousin Eddie's just going to walk over and shove Tragon out of the way and try to open this door.
Okay, I'll get out of the way.
And in this room, you find one orc, one dwarf, and a lot of broken up furniture.
But Benazar will go ahead and sneak in there.
Tippity-toe, tippity-toe. Ruprecht, down by you, there is an open secret door to the south.
Oh. This must be where our half-drow came from.
Yes, indeed it was.
And I see
I
we've
love
got
it. The
some
party's
doors.
splitting up already.
Well, we got some doors all the way to the far west. Not sure if they're any good, but I don't want to forget those guys.
Yeah.
Clark is...
Anything else we see in this room, though, Mr. Dungeon Master?
Nope, just the 2 corpses and a bunch of broken furniture.
Would it be worth it to make a roll?
Maybe.
I'll do that.
And we got Duff's regular rolls back. Awesome.
Awesome.
And Benazar is following right in Duff's footsteps.
Okay. Starting to rub off.
I'm still a little nauseous. You might want to step away from me. I may have some of it on my shoes. Sorry.
Yes, but the two of you working together find nothing of any value in that room unless you count, mummified orc testicles as part of the experience of dungeoning.
And none of these corpses seem at all important or anything, right?
Nope, they seem like they're just a part of a map, like their background.
Ah, okay. It's like I'm seeing through the Matrix.
Exactly.
Not even real. They're not even really there.
All right, so
Rupert, what'd you find? You're looking at something intently.
I found a couple corpses and some more corpses, and then in this pile over here, there were some other corpses. It's quite interesting.
there was another end of this hallway I discovered.
What hallway?
Oh, this secret passage that led me to you guys right before you fought all those skeletons.
Thanks for letting us know.
That I totally didn't summon. That was not me.
Totally not my fault. Totally. But yes, you do indeed see to the south of you, south of Benazar, that there is an open secret door that seems to be going down a well-worked tunnel.
Shall we?
Sally forth.
Off we go.
Miranda Fifth.
Come on, cousins.
They're playing special cousin games back there by themselves.
That's right. We're still standing at the door after you. Nope, after you. Nope, after you.
All right, so Benazar, what would you like to do, sir?
I'm assuming I see another dead end here.
Yes, you do.
Knowing what I know of the other secret door, I will look for something similar here.
Then I will give you advantage on an investigation. Thank God I gave you advantage. You do indeed find a secret door in front of you.
All right. I will attempt to open this door.
And you see it opens into a natural cave at the edge of a precipice with a ladder that descends into it.
Hey guys, I found a giant hole.
Isn't that where you came from?
No, not exactly.
Cousin Eddie will walk up to Benzar, grab him, and shove him towards the hole, and then be like, just kidding.
Benazar will squeal with terror.
All right, let me hear your squeal.
Squeal, boy.
So manly.
Louder. Louder now.
Squeal like a pig.
He will drop to the ground and just clutch on to Eddie's leg for dear life.
Do by chance we see any footprints or any activity happening around this rope ladder?
No, other than the footprints you have just left yourselves, you believe you're probably one of the first sets of human beings or other such creatures that have stepped foot out onto this ledge in a century or more.
So are we done with this top level? Did you guys want to go down the hole?
We've got a few more places over on the left we didn't check.
And northwest corner, we've got some doors we can either fill out.
Also between the forge and whatever that door to the south there was.
Oh, there are two doors. Yeah, there are. There's actually looks like 6 of them we haven't even looked at.
Yeah, it looks like we have some stairs too that go down to another set of doors.
Uh-huh. What shall it be, gents?
Back to the
Northwest
west.
or west?
Say we start northwest. I found a neat shortcut this way.
And Benazar starts walking down a random hallway.
Oh.
Great tell. Do show.
Yeah, I came through here and I found like part of this scaly dude that was all like half-eaten. It was weird. And then I came into this bedroom and then they went into this closet. There was a door in the closet, which was weird. Why would you have an exit for a closet that wasn't just the entrance? So, yeah.
Scaly dude that was eaten. Just ignore that. It's not like a past, traveling companion or anything. That would be weird.
Yeah, I've seen my share of eating kobolds. It's everyday stuff for me now.
Been eating kobolds.
Tregan's running ahead. Oh, come on, guys. There's more stuff coming.
I'm coming.
Let him
kind of hoping he outstrips the rest of you and, goes way off all by himself.
No more Durgar here?
No more Durgar that you see here. Nope.
Come on, guys.
Aha! So you listen intently to the door, and the door does not seem to be making any sounds. However, it does appear to be locked.
I back around the corner because I see Tregan walking up to the door.
Okay, so he takes out his trusty picks, and he starts tumbling at the lock, and tumbling at the lock, and tumbling at the lock. And Rupert, what are you doing at the next door?
I'm just listening.
That's some good bourbon.
Please go ahead and give me your roll, sir.
Okie dokie. I will do that. Let's see. That.
And with that, you hear nothing behind this door, sir.
I'll scratch on it.
The door scratches back. I'm kidding. You scratch on the door. It does nothing. Kind of feels soft. Meanwhile, Tregan, you're still picking the lock.
Consistency. You got to love it. Okay.
Don't worry, Duff. When it's your turn to run, I'll make sure that there's a rogue here that can actually do things like rogue.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks. I'll look over and say, Eddie, don't do it. Don't do it.
Eddie will throw his shoulder into the door as hard as he can.
You can give me a strength check, sir. Dropped the nat 20. That sucked.
That did suck. Luckily, I rolled 2 nat 20s there, right?
No. And you bounce off the door. Boing.
Cousin Clark's gonna come over there and be like, "Get the hell out of my way, Eddie!" And he's gonna throw his shoulder into it as well.
Okay. Meanwhile, Rupert, you are digging at the door.
Do you hear anything else?
You just hear the cousins bouncing off a door behind you. Tregan, that door is partially open.
Ooh. Oh, I'll look inside then.
Okay.
I opened the door, guys. Hold on a second.
It's an empty room.
I'll walk around looking intently at the walls.
Okay. And you are convinced there is nothing of any value or any interest in this room.
Go figure.
Going to shower.
I
Hey,
ain't so
great
proud of
job.
you. I
Didn't
am.
eat dinner yet.
I'll look
Mm-hmm.
around with my little.
No, you can't wear more.
Nice.
Than one, sweet.
Okay, and with your eyes, you are also convinced, sir, that there is nothing in this room of any value or interest. The only thing you notice about this door, Trigan, is the fact that there are now scratches on the door that are fresh.
What about the locking mechanism?
The locking mechanism does not appear to be locked.
Kick it open.
Bam!
Whoa, gents.
It looks like it was once some sort of sleeping area that has since been ransacked and everything killed.
Hey, Melanie, go take a shower.
How
okay?
dead do they look?
Well, they look incredibly dead. Like, they're like skeletal almost. And they all appear to be probably dwarf skeletons of some kind.
Oh, hell. Let's take a look inside, walk around.
All right, you step inside the door. Please roll me an initiative as you watch the
Yeah!
skeletons sit up.
Ah, shit.
All right, it's time to kill
Oops,
people.
guys, help.
I think the bard summoned more skeletons.
It's not intentional, I know that much. But I am pretty great, so I might be doing it accidentally.
All right, the first one to move is going to be the skeleton in the southeast corner as he moves forward to attack Trigan with a short sword. Missing horribly. Benazar, you are next.
Alrighty. I will
Wow.
go ahead and
That warm feeling of bourbon is amazing.
4, 5.
What's up, Bruno 2020? What's up, Gwitty? And what's up, Urash? What's up,
Make that
Eraser?
5 and then
I
do
see y'all
that 6.
lurking in there.
And I'm going to cast Heroism on Tragon.
Ooh.
That's something new for me.
What, somebody else buffing you?
Heroism.
And that's right.
So, Trigan, you're suddenly filled with courage by Benazar's inspirational words, and you have gained 4 hit points, which are temporary, as a little field pops up around you, and you will not be frightened of anything.
Ah, yes.
I do, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right there. And Cousin Eddie will slowly close the door. No, I'm just kidding. He will step inside the room to right there and swing it. He's going to go into a regular rage as one of those bonus actions and attack the skeleton in front of him with a little bit of viciously with the turkey neck and hit. Very nice. And get a little bit of that action going. Oh, wow.
Nice!
Nice
Look at
hit.
that damage.
12 plus 14. Jesus Christ.
Somebody rolled a
26.
strike.
Get effed in the A, skeleton.
You hit that skeleton so hard that you knock its skull back against the far wall where it shatters.
And I forgot to apply the rage, so can you add an extra 2 damage onto that, please, Mr. Dungeon Master?
Yes, I shall.
bones just went flying everywhere.
Powdered.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that little thing right there.
Yeah. Remember the little notation for yourselves. All right. The skeleton that is in the bed next to Benazar takes a swipe as it stands up.
Rude.
Missing. The one in the southwest corner gets up out of the bed, comes over, and will attack Tregan. Missing. Cousin Clark's turn.
Cousin Clark will 10, 15. Oh, never mind. He can. I forgot. Cousin Eddie or Cousin Clark has a little bit longer reach than Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, a little bit.
And he'll.
And we already found out that the glaive is miscoded. It is a thrown weapon.
Yeah, so he'll throw the glaive at the skeleton. I'm just kidding. He'll still miss though.
Yes.
All right, Tragon.
Alrighty. One is gone, so the only one that hasn't taken an action is 5, and I can't get to. All right, I will swing at skeleton number 6. All right, yeah. And pass my turn.
Splug, sir, it is your turn.
Splug's going to go ahead and move in and smash a skeleton that's right beside Tragon. Hopefully I can help you out here, Tragon. Oh,
I feel that you can.
Yeah, that was nice. Ooh,
Nice.
shatter. Pow, 1,000 bits of bone going everywhere.
Yes, indeed. As you spray Tregan with bone fragments, and they end up in his hair and eyelashes.
If I was only level 5, I could have destroyed all of these at once. Possibly, anyways.
Mayhaps.
Pass your turn.
Hey,
Pass your
Splug,
turn.
do you have a little note that tells you? Oh, there you go. You got it.
Wielding its short sword and running in to attack, a la Pirates of the Caribbean with a weird agape jaw.
Oh, he said gape.
It's a gape. Rupert.
Let's see. Can I hit any of them with my with the sling from the doorway there?
You can see
And what kind of cover would they have?
4, 6, and 5, and I would give you -2 to the attack roll.
All right. I'll just stay on the outside. It looks pretty crowded in there, so I'll blast away at let's see. How about number 5? Dun, dun, dun. Pull out the sling. Oh, nice. Not going to be much damage, but I did hit, so that's good. Oh, it's vulnerable. I like it. And then I'll shift my eye patch to the other eye, working on my depth perception.
And this one will move down so it can finally reach a character of some kind. It smacks Tregan. Benazar, it is now your turn, sir.
All right. Hang on a minute. Okay, can do that. I'm going to cast a shatter.
Okay.
It's going to be centered. Let me draw a pointer real quick. Remember how to do that. Right there.
All right. That's a 20-foot radius, is it not?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Circle's a little too big.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh boy. I'm going to feel some love, apparently.
Yep. Trigon's going to feel love right there.
I will move it down one then. I mean, that was the intention, was to not get Tragon.
Okay, so you'll only get 3 of them in that.
That's fine. And then they need to con saves. Nice.
Ooh.
All 3 fail.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
And Tragon is happy that he didn't get hit.
And then with that, I will move out of the room.
I'm heroic. That's why.
And that's my turn.
Excellent. Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie will squeeze by Splug there. Excuse me. Come around on the back side of the skeleton right here to get some of that flanking greatness. And swing an attack. And completely miss. Wow. Their AC is probably 13 as well. That sucks. Luckily, Cousin Clark.
Did you add your flank bonus?
I did, yeah. I rolled with advantage. He'll step to here. Swing an attack with his glaive.
Yeah, I'll duck out of the way.
And kill it.
R.I.P. Jerry Lewis, huh?
That's right.
Yep. Rip Jerry.
So, the thing I'm going to remember most about Jerry Lewis is constantly being surprised that he was still alive.
I have to agree with that as well. When Susie told me that Jerry Lewis had passed away, I'm like, he was still alive?
And that's just because I am young, you know. I didn't grow up with Jerry Lewis, so. But I can appreciate his status as a comic legend.
He was awesome.
Hey, Ben, did you just throw something at me?
Yeah, the temporary hit points hit you at the start of your turn every turn.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
And we are currently out of initiative at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll scrounge around the room and see if there's anything of value here, other than lots of bones.
Whoa, wait. Before you do that, I walk over to Tragon and I kind of touch him on the shoulder. And you actually feel this surge of energy go into you. Now go ahead and try. Gotta let you have a little bit more insight to your role there, Tragon.
Oh.
And this will also apply when you go to look at the doors as well.
I need all the help I can get. You know that, Splug. I appreciate it.
All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh, God.
Even buffed. You find nothing.
Tragon's gonna, when we get out of this adventure, he's gonna go find some doctors and get some medical work done to him. He needs his eyes checked.
Someone call a doctor?
Apparently, I can't see crap in this room. Y'all might want to check it out.
However, Ruprecht does find a random little pouch of silver pieces.
Hey, Tragon, can you lift your foot up for a second? Yep. Yeah, you're standing on a pouch. Looks like it could be valuable.
Love it.
Awesome.
And I love, by the way, the description of where the pouch is. It's under the failed rogue's body. Which, of course, is a DM note, but it says it's a failed dwarven rogue.
Nice. Oh, it wasn't our failed rogue. It was a different failed
No.
rogue.
Yeah, it just happens to be funny that it was under Trigon's foot.
Mm-hmm.
I have confidence in you.
So do
All right. Let's go try these doors again.
Wait a
Trigon, the
minute.
door to the south of you is not locked, has no sounds, and is not trapped.
Oh, Eddie! Come here, Eddie!
Eddie will.
I've said it once. I've said it twice. Do not open that door.
Oh man, sorry. Eddie can't stop sneezing. He got a little bit of that mold stuck in his nose. And while he's sneezing, he'll kind of just shove the door open with one hand.
And inside you find a number of dwarf and orc bodies piled up together in what looks like either a fierce battle or in some sort of romantic embrace and dying.
Oh,
I told you that's how goblins are born.
Can I roll like a perception or investigation?
You may.
It'll be better than mine.
Let's see here. Where is that
Watch
at?
him roll better with exhaustion. He'll roll 10 times better than me.
They're both the same.
He's being blessed. And he actually rolls really, really well.
So
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
figured.
checking for, I guess I should have specified. I want to know if they died in a battle or if they died in a loving embrace.
Well, to a bugbear, it could still be either, because they do have weapons buried in each other's bodies.
By weapons, do you mean like the metal sword, or is that like
As in the metal sort, yes, as in the metal sort.
I'll ask Dad if this is how goblins were made.
And as a note, just because they're of a metal sort does not necessarily make them weapons. They could be something loving. I mean,
could be?
there are metal ones out there, glass ones, all sorts of things out there.
I'm going to start jiggling with this door again to the north.
Okay, while you're doing that, I would like a perception check out of Cousin Clark, please.
All right. That is under my abilities.
And Cousin Clark will notice that there is a secret door to the west of him.
I kind of think Griswold would be a good name for a bugbear.
That would be
yeah,
a
it
really
would be
good
a
name.
good name. Well, we are actually from the Griswold clan. Little trivia information for you. So Cousin Clark will attempt to open it.
He opens it, and he finds a little 10-foot by 10-foot room.
And he'll step in. And you can remove the rage off of Eddie.
Awesome.
Unless we're fixing to go into combat, then you can just leave it on there.
I'm gonna go check over here.
Okay. So, as the party splits up to go run all willy-nilly in all sorts of different directions. Rupert, you discover absolutely nothing of any value or interest in that room. Trigon, you tickle the lock oh so gently. You hear it tee-hee and giggle for a moment as it unlocks.
Can I clear my throat?
Silly little sailor. Welcome aboard.
Look at
my
Eddie.
boat.
Look at the door.
Eddie kind of looks out a sigh. God. And we'll go
And
over
I would
and
like cousin Clark to roll me another perception check while Eddie is doing his thing.
all right. So Eddie will open the door, and cousin Clark will be perceptive.
And what is cousin Eddie doing?
Whatever Tragon told him not to do. Which I think was,
I didn't say anything this time. I just kind of looked at the door, like kind of side my eyes and looked at it. Eddie.
I gotcha. Cousin Eddie's gonna
Coughed
try
a
to
little.
open it again.
And this time the door opens easily. Inside, you see the corpses of 2 orcs and the head of a dwarf, along with a couple of broken tables.
And this door was locked, right?
Yes, you unlocked it.
Tragon, was that door locked from the inside or the outside?
1 second.
With these doors, you could not tell. I was answering that before he even rolled.
I was kind of going back in my filing cabinet of my mind. I can't remember. Sorry.
Because these doors could be locked from either side equally well.
All right. He opened it up. I'll go inside.
I'm gonna see what Clark is doing.
Clark, meanwhile, is searching around this little 10-foot by 10-foot room.
He'll step out of the way, obviously realizing that he's just found a dead end, can't go any further.
Benazar shall assist.
Okay. Matter of fact, roll that at advantage, since Clark and Benazar are working together.
Do I just roll again?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll take the higher of these 2 rolls.
Oh, that was the wrong skill.
That was definitely the wrong skill.
We're right next to each other.
Funny thing is, your dice number is actually going up by 1 every time you roll, so this is actually kind of fun. Benazar and Clark will discover a secret door. However, it opens towards them, and there's no release. It's a one-way secret door.
Bummer.
Anything in this room?
There is nothing of any value in that room.
Rupert really wants to go run around the other side and then push the button.
Well, I mean, obviously we're gonna do that.
The game master wants you to run around the other side and push the button.
It's a question of the manner in which we go push the button.
And my chat really misses Vostok.
Well, he's over here in this room. When we go look at him again?
Hashtag too soon.
Vostok may be gone, but he will always be in the colon of the druid.
Indeed.
Hopefully he's passed by now.
You know, I think he probably has by now. I think he's probably passed.
It takes an average of 53 hours to pass any food.
The more you know. Do, 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 do.
Where are we going? What did we find? What'd I miss?
We didn't find anything. We're going to find the other side of the secret door that didn't open on our end.
We just magically know that there's this other door here.
Oh yeah, we've been through this room.
Come on, cousins.
Yes.
There must be something on the other side.
Who is going to approach the door first?
I'm gonna watch my safe distance.
Okay. So, please, Trigan, you can go ahead and roll me another perception check, because you have already checked this door once. So you may go ahead and roll again. You can roll at advantage, because you
That
have
roll
checked this
sucked.
door once already.
Rolled once, so
There we go. There's a actual thing. You find an inscription kind of in the dust. It's really, really faint in the door.
Ooh.
do I understand the language, or do I need somebody else to look at it?
We shall see in a moment.
I know several languages.
People
But
don't
not
know
that
this one.
I ain't got a clue, folks. Anybody got
Yeah.
comprehend on their name? Because it looks serious.
I do not.
It says, "Don't open the door, bugbear."
I think you're right, Rupert. It's
I
just
think
don't
if you
open it
turn
up.
your monitor upside down, you can actually read it.
As everybody stands on their head to
That's
look at it
right.
going, really? And I can tell you honestly, no. You can't.
Would I recognize the script that's being used? Like, is it like Dethic runes or?
Let me see.
Didn't we get a scroll that allows us to do that or something?
Benazar, you will know that they are dwarvish runes, but that is not dwarvish.
Okay. And it's not undercommon. It might be orc. They speak giant.
It's not giant.
Yeah.
I would recognize if it's giant.
All right.
Yeah, and it's not goblin. Eddie speaks goblin.
Is there any magic on the door?
Are you going to roll an Arcana check to find out?
I'm not. Oh no.
I will.
There does not appear to be any magic on the door.
Oh, okay.
Here's my suggestion. We
Okay.
let the bugbear open it.
I love that idea.
Eddie turns to y'all and says, "Guys," as he takes a cigar out of his mouth, "I think I'm gonna have to renegotiate my contract with y'all."
There's a contract.
Never mind. Just forget I said something. So
Yeah, we had a contract for a kobold too. It started off with last will and testament.
Okay.
Cousin Clark's gonna go over and open the door.
So you're going to sacrifice 2E's
Yeah.
character for this.
He's not here. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good
I asked his permission and he didn't answer, so that means yes.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, when the door opens, this room was once a shrine to the gods of the dwarves. The walls are carved with their dour images, and a low stone altar stands at the western end of the room. Stone benches have been smashed and thrown askew, and the icons of the gods have been defaced. Atop the altar, arms folded over his chest, lies the ancient corpse of a dwarf warrior in plate armor. Bones lie heaped around the altar's base, and at its foot crouches the desiccated body of an orc in studded leather.
We should look under that failed rogue for more treasure.
Always look under the failed rogue for the treasure.
All right.
And as Eddie steps in,
Oh, shit.
everybody roll initiative while I read this. Some of the bones at the foot of the altar stir and form into a pair of towering skeletons clutching great clubs. The dead orc warrior looks up at you and grins evilly, green fire burning in its hate-filled eyes as it stands.
Oh, hell.
Big skillies.
Alrighty, gents. Tregan, you're first.
Everybody stay back. Let them come to us.
Move into the room. I'm going to assassinate this bastard. I have advantage. He has not taken actions yet.
Correct.
Shoot number 1. Please, please hit with a special arrow. There's a hit.
That is indeed
Now,
a hit.
Is that going to give me my crit hit or just sneak attack only?
That will give you all of your assassination whatevers.
Okay.
Nice damage.
34. All right. Go get them, boys.
Rubric, sir.
How do these skeletons appear to be armed?
With very
Thanks for the host
big
there, GM.
clubs.
I
Like
appreciate
somebody
that.
had ripped up a tree.
All right, so I think I'm going to put, it won't be as effective since they're skellies, but let's see. I think that looks about right. Yep, I'll do a spike growth.
I apologize
right
for
there, and
calling
then
you
I
out
will
then.
move 5,
Stalk away.
10, 15, 20, 25. Move up to there.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Anything else, sir?
Ah,
That's
shit. Now Rob's really going to have to throw his glaive at him.
Oh, they'll
Yep.
come to you.
So the skeleton, having been shot by Tregan, reaches down with one of its skeletal hands, grabs a hold of its rib,
Oh, sweet Jesus.
tears off a huge chunk of bone, and throws it at its nearest combatant, which would
Oh,
be
dang
Mr. Tui. Hitting him. For a great deal of damage. Now, for Ogre Skeleton number 1, Rubric, you can go ahead and give it 3 sets of damage. Thank you, sir. Splug.
I'm running in and casting Turn Undead.
Excellent.
Of course, I stop right at the edge of the thorny field here. So let's do that.
And your turn undead affects how many hit dice, sir?
It's actually a saving throw. I don't have Destroy Undead, which is actually
Okay.
hit dice based.
That's right. You need one more level for that, don't you?
Level 5, here I come.
I wonder how close we are to level 5. Let us
Looks
see.
like a couple of them were affected.
What's that for
yes.
2700?
Let's see here. The
Reference manual.
Skelly
Your
1
champion.
was,
Yeah,
and the
first
champion
level.
was, yes.
6,500.
I was
We
just
still have
double
a ways
checking
to
the
go.
champion to see if he had turn resistance or not, which he does not.
That sucks.
Sorry to ruin your encounter.
It does not ruin my encounter.
Do you have a little note, Splug?
Yes,
Taped to the back of your holy symbol?
I was laughing to myself. Sorry.
Alrighty, this one also will start off its encounter by attacking its nearest target by reaching down, ripping off a rib, and chucking it at Splug.
Actually, its nearest target would be the Orc Champion. I'd just like to point that out.
It hits. Big owie.
Ouch. Ouch.
You're fine.
And Mr. Ruprecht, could you please give Ogre Skelly 2 4 sets of damage?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cousin Clark.
All right, let's see if I do this right. Cousin Clark is going to take a swing at the Org Skeleton number 1 with his glaive.
Hitting.
And hit.
And killing it.
And he is going to... Got 12... See, I gotta remember that this guy's not Cousin Eddie. He can't take as much damage.
You gotta remember, some of them are turned too.
He's also...
He just destroyed one of them.
Yeah. He's also going to use this action surge and attack the skeleton number 2 as well. I'm just kidding.
Benazar.
Alrighty. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. And it's a 20-foot cube centered there. So it should hit the 2 enemies and then no one else.
Fairy Fire only does enemies anyways, I think.
No, it's creatures.
No, but it's everything.
Oh, is it everything?
So right there, yep, it will indeed spack only those 2.
And I'm casting this with my instrument.
Doodly doodly doodly.
Alright. There should be an effect, but it's not coded in here.
It's grant advantage attack, is it not?
Yeah.
Be.
Yep. Grant ADV ADK.
And I'll change that on my sheet.
The Rob Tui tables would have that in there, wouldn't it? You know?
Possibly.
I also have them on mine.
There you go. The shameless plug. You know, he's not here. So
How tall are these stone benches? Or...
Waist high or so.
Alright, then I'll go around there.
I believe that the effect you'd put on the NPCs would actually be grant ADV ATK.
Yep. That's correct.
Because as it's coded now, they will attack with advantage.
Right.
Yep. Which I'll get to in just a moment. Could I please have 1 set of damage on the Orc Champion?
Okay.
As he moves away from Splug and will take damage, thus removing the turn effect. Which will then make him lose his action at that point. Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie. Is the I'll turn back to Rupert and ask if he can get rid of these thorns as a free action, or is that a standard action?
For which? For
his thorny field.
It's a concentration, so I think the end of concentration.
So I'll ask if you want to drop it by chance so I can get around behind the skeleton.
Oh. Don't you want Orc Champion to have to run across it?
Yeah, that's true. That's why you're the druid.
He's a skelly. You can get him.
Got me talking like Splug.
I was laughing about that, Doug.
Well, you did give him mouth to mouth, so you could have possibly passed some of your essence onto him.
I'm wild shaping into a goblin.
Right. Did we reset the effects on those two? Because I'm going to be shooting her, and we should have advantage on our attack, should we
Oh
not?
crap! Yeah,
Let
that's
me go ahead
right.
and do that.
I should have had. Damn, I would have had advantage. I would have attacked with something else.
Let me dig it up.
There we go. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for reminding me.
Shoot this man. Ogre. Oh, you got to be. Oh, I hit him. I'll be damned.
Yes. Yes, you did. He is a skeleton after all.
And a big one.
A big
Yes.
mofo, but he is a skeleton.
That's why I was hoping I wouldn't miss. Oh, well. That's not bad.
Nice damage. Nice damage.
All right. So Rupert will run up here 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30 to there. And I will use a thorn whip on skeleton number 2.
Just letting you know, I looked up the rules on that. It will not force any damage.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it can't be. It has to be taken.
Can't drag him across it.
Yeah.
Right, you can't drag him across. You can't cheese grater him.
Oh, darn it. Well, that's what I was hoping for.
Sort of like all those people thinking that dissonant whispers causes attacks of opportunity.
All right. So I will move him. Let's see. How far? 3 squares, I believe.
Are you canceling your area? Just asking.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
So I think that will move him 10 feet closer to me.
Okie dokie. You drag him across the stone bench.
As he's drugged by Splug, I kind of swing at him. And I'm going to take that attack with advantage. No, I'm not. He's a skeleton, just like what everybody else is saying. I'm just going to swing away.
You get advantage anyways.
I was going to say I'm not wasting it.
He's got
That's
fairy
it.
fire.
Looks like it's a hit.
It is indeed a hit, sir.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Daddy
Nice.
likes the damage at 12. Yes, he does.
He goes getting drugged by you. You take a random swipe at the back of his head and you put your fake Thor's hammer clean through the back of his big ogre skull.
And then I look towards the Orc champion and I lower my hammer at him and I say, "You're next, dead guy." And I'm going to pass my turn.
He points at you with his sword.
Cousin Clark
Just
will
fingers at you.
turn to Rupert and ask him to pretty please drop the spiked growth.
Hey, he's still got to come next to you. Just hit him when he gets close.
Cousin Clark will ready an action and remind Rupert that's why he's the smart one.
Yeah. I
As-
kind of lift up one of my I lift up my patch and I'll wink at him with that eye and then I'll put the patch back down.
So, Mr. DM, when he gets into
Are you
range,
wearing 2 now?
Cousin Clark will swing at him.
Okay. If he comes into range.
Yeah,
If he
or
does.
unless he just plucks us with arrows.
Which he does have a bow.
If he does that, can I attack Rupert instead?
You could, yes. Benazar, sir, what would you like to do?
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to give Cousin Eddie a bardic inspiration. As my action, I'm going to use my loot to cast Fly upon Cousin Eddie. He now
Oh, shit just
he
got
now
real.
has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Hey, cousin Clark, you could have just flown over too, like your other cousin.
And then I say,
That would have worked too.
go wreck his ship, cousin Eddie.
Just don't land.
All right. So at the moment, Splug taunted him.
Come
And
get
Orc
some.
Champion did indeed taunt back. So we will target Splug with this. As the Orc Champion unshoulders his bow, pulls
his
out
bow.
two
His bow.
arrows
His bow. Okay, his
that
bow.
look like they're made of finger bones. Levels his bow and fires.
Finger bang.
Quick, Eddie, in front of
Bang,
me.
bang, bang.
As he does that, can I just release the
Oh,
spike
shit.
growth?
You can release the spike growth. He fingers you from afar.
Hey, cousin Clark, you should have charged him, man.
Go get him. I'm going to lay into him too.
Cousin Clark will give Rupert the finger.
For being a really tough skeleton, you're a big pussy. You hit like a big pussy, that is.
All right, so Cousin Eddie's gonna go flying in on his on
Flying
his whatever,
carpet?
yeah, on his whatever, and
I should be now. If this was one of my regular games, I would be such a dick to you right now. Since this is Cousin Eddie, I would have made you make like a dexterity check to fly without hitting a wall. But this is not one of my regular games. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
all right, so he's
Before he
gonna.
attacks,
Get closer.
I should mention that casting fly on him took off the fairy fire.
What are you saying? You're taking it easy on us, Mr. Dungeon Master? Huh?
I'm not doing what I would do in my games. I am trying to be as raw as possible.
I'm going to go ahead and use Mr. Dungeon Master. Can you remove the grant advantage attack? And I'm going to use
I
my
was already
Bardic
in the process of,
Inspiration
yes.
to add oh Jesus Christ, a 2 to whatever this crappy roll is going to be. Hey, that's not too bad right there.
Nice.
I'll take it. There's a little bit of that, and I'll look at him in my I'll look at him real mean, and I'll be like, nobody fucks with my father.
Well, I'm not. Oh boy, I was hoping you were going to get closer to him, Eddie. Oh well.
That noise scared
turn.
Cousin Eddie, and he moved closer.
I'm ready to go now. Oh, that's Tragon. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me. Get and follow. No. If I was trying to get my sneak attack, but oh well, I'll just shoot him anyway. What the hell? Oh, get out of town. Yeah, I don't get the sneak attack. Dang.
Nope.
Oh well, this still worked.
Okay, I think I bring him a little closer. Maybe. So I will shoot him with a thorn whip.
Okay.
Maybe.
You will have advantage on this.
Oh, that's good because I rolled like crap on the first one. Why would I have advantage, by the way?
You'll see when you roll your next attack. He steps into it on purpose.
Okay. That kind of concerns me a little bit. Gotta be truth.
And he gets dragged towards you by 10 feet.
And
Correct.
that brings him in range
Yes.
of Cousin Clark. So 1 second.
Oh yeah, he had a
Does.
ready to attack. Oh yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, but you gotta hit him, Clark. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, it's not my guy. It's
Hey, I'm gonna
Rob's.
give you inspiration. Clark, swing for his body. I'm gonna give you
All
inspiration.
right.
Clark already has inspiration. Don't give it to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He'll use the point of inspiration.
That's what I'm
shit.
talking about.
Nice.
I'm not sure why that. Oh, because I don't have him targeted. Sorry, guys. This is my first time.
It is your first time. So go ahead and roll his actual critical damage, please. Oh, Jesus. Blech.
Hell
So much
yeah.
for his strategy.
Sorry to
As he
go
goes
wreck your.
down on the ground.
Sorry to wreck your Black Panther party.
See, exactly as we had it planned, Cousin Clark.
That's
See,
right.
gotta
I'll,
have trust in the plan.
Clark will give you a high five.
Go ahead and advance your turn, Rupert. Splug, it's your turn.
Well,
Oh, he's dying, but he's not dead yet.
yeah. Well,
I'll
if
move
he's
back
not-
a little bit.
I'm kind of wondering too. I mean, if we're not out of combat, like, let's see. I guess. Do I have
Holy
some-
water, Emma.
I'm trying to see if I have some of that. I do have a flask.
Pee on
I
him.
pull
then.
up. I pull out my holy water, and I dump my holy water onto him, and I say, "Now you may come back to the mortal realm, even though you're still dead, and you're probably not going to. I'm just going to try to make it sound good, and I'm going to dump my holy water onto him, as I have my holy symbol of Thor out as well too."
Awesome. Okay, roll me a d4.
All right.
You deal 2 points of damage to his body, and it jerks wildly on the floor.
Does he still seem like he's alive?
Cousins cut his
Well,
head
he
off.
wasn't alive to begin with, so
Well, I mean, he's dead, but he's living. I mean, can I just stomp the ever-loving shit out of him and maybe crush his head or something?
you can
Oh,
keep stomping on him if you'd like.
Sever it.
Let's do it.
Severing it with a warhammer.
Mace attack to the head. Pow.
Cousin Clark's glaive.
Glaive.
If you'd like to make an attack roll, it would be an advantage because he is,
Oh.
after all, on the ground.
I'll roll it one more time. So, ooh, 24. Does that hit 24?
Oh yes, that definitely hits, and you smack him right in the back of the head. Please go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I think he's dying. Maybe. It says dying.
It does say die.
Which noise are you referring to? That like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Did he stop convulsing?
If that's what you're referring
He
to, that's
has
one of the
stopped
other
convulsing.
players'
Are we still in
Yes, we.
order?
Yes,
sounds
we are.
that he has piped through his
Oh, here
we go.
microphone instead of a
Go
separate
From
audio
combat poses
output,
to just
so nobody else
standing up
hears it.
normally after the fight.
No, you are still in combat pose.
It hasn't awarded experience points yet. That's how you
No,
know.
there is no award of experience.
The corpse hasn't fallen through the floor yet or anything.
No, hasn't disintegrated into the floor like 2 skeletons did.
Boy. That's it for me then. I'm done. I'm done.
Cousin Clark.
Even though I'm gonna walk back, let's see if I take an attack of opportunity with my movement.
Cousin Clark has no idea what to do. Can Cousin Clark do a history check? But he's very educated. To like see what the hell's the deal?
What the fuck would history do here?
I don't know. What
Maybe it's his best skill check. I don't know.
yeah. Can I give
history tells me that the GM's about ready to do something bad to me.
Can I give you
Historically,
a
the creature was alive. Now it's not.
Can I give you an acrobatics check to see how to kill this, please? So
Fucking
it twitched.
acrobatics on a bugbear? Jesus.
It twitched
that's
a little
nice.
bit. Is that what you said, Mr. DM?
It had twitched a little bit when he poured holy water on it, and his response was to smack it in the back of the head with his hammer.
Cousin Clark's just gonna cut his freaking head off.
Did it smash his head though? I mean, did that make a big mess? I mean, that was a
Half of
24.
half of his head does appear to be missing.
I have a really bad.
Did anybody bring dragon glass? Oh, we're screwed.
So Cousin Clark's swinging to cut his head off.
Boy, is that show getting good, huh? Wow.
I know, isn't it?
Spoiler alert, winter's coming.
Yep. You cut into him and you cut off a nice piece of his shoulder.
Shit.
He's dying 2 now. Like dying 2 looks better than dying 1. Did a little dying 2 thing pop up over him?
I'm just worried now that we have 2 of them.
End your turn. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey Dave, Dave, would you mind mailing me your sticky note so I'll remember?
Hit the damn button, will ya?
Benazar.
Benazar's
Pat
gonna
Benazar.
move here and take a look at the undead thingy, and I'm gonna roll, or can I roll a religion check to identify what kind of undead this thing is?
I will say yes. I will whisper it to you.
Okay.
Does it need the love of a good woman?
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
You should shove some good berries in its mouth. I can teabag it later.
I think we should maybe bound this corpse and deposit his. Oh, bound him, and we'll throw him down that giant fucking hole.
You got 6 seconds. Go.
That means we gotta touch him.
I advise Cousin Clark to grab the corpse so we can throw him down the hole.
Cousin Clark lets
Oh,
Benzar know that it's not his
for
turn.
me. With half a head missing a piece of its shoulder, it stands up.
Is he the real Slim Shady?
It smiles with a half of a rictus grin
Oh, come on, that was funny.
as it reaches, grabs its... No, it's not going to grab its sword. It just reaches out to grab Cousin Clark.
We get
with
a
a
whack.
clawed hand. It does so. Cousin Clark, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
You're fucked.
One of those.
You do well. You do young Padawan. As it reaches out, you feel for a moment like it's trying to suck the life energy out of you, but does not do so. It does, however, deal very cold damage to you. And as you feel that rip through your body, you watch some more of its wounds heal.
Oh crap. Cousin Eddie will get behind this guy and ask Benzar, whoever cast the flying, to please take it off because it's starting to trip me out and I'm getting a little sick.
Oh, dear God. When I have a chance.
If it's concentration, I think you can drop it whenever you want.
It was.
If that's true, then I'll, yeah.
And Mr. DM, you can remove the bardic inspiration from me as well.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get some flanking on here with this turkey neck.
As you raise your weapon, it turns around and backhands you with another claw.
That's not very nice.
Ooh, you just got lich slapped.
And you too, sir, need to, as you knock him down, you need to make me a Constitution saving throw. You succeed, but you'll take a little bit of damage. And with the damage you dealt him versus that, he is not knocked down.
Oh, he's not knocked down. Wow.
No, you did knock down a lot, but not all the way.
26 points of damage? Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Was it 26?
Yeah, it was 26.
Oh, you're right. It is 26. All right. Yes. Yes, indeed. He is knocked down then.
Can I, I'll throw Tragon some of my rope and then pass my turn.
Sure.
I thought you were going to say you're going to throw him some shade.
So what am I supposed to do with the? I'm looking at the rope and I'm shooting.
And I'm going to say tie his ass up.
Before you shoot, Triga, give me a second here.
Okay.
There, he's prone. All right, so go ahead. Now you can shoot him.
Well, no, Eddie, you just barked at me to grab the rope and run and tie him up. Is that what you want me to do?
That is correct, good sir. Benazar Guarda said to tie him up.
I shall hog tie him, Mr. Dungeon Master.
All right, so you start tying his ass up.
Bending his legs and his arms, whatever, behind him, kicking his weapon away from him, not trying to touch it with my hands, just kicking it away.
All right, you kick away his longsword. You kick away his longbow. And you grab his life-draining hands and... I'm kidding. You grab his hands and bind them up.
Yeah, and attach his legs, bend them back behind.
Yes, and you tie the back of his skull to his testicles.
And okay, I will step back, and then if he moves or does something bad, I'm going to prepare a shot with the arrow.
All right. So Rupert's going to climb up onto this little thing so can I see him from there?
Yes, he is hog-tied on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit him with a healing word.
Word.
Let's just see what this thing does. Did that heal him up?
Yes, it did.
If this were 3.5, it would have been awesome.
What did you just do?
We are
I
allowed
was just
to
checking to see if healing magic would damage him. And hey, guys, it doesn't really work very good. So let me mark off my little bonus action here.
Mr.
One
Dungeon
moment.
Master, I just want to be sure this isn't an AL game, right? So we can't attack the party members.
And now I'll just wait for him to stand up, and if he does, I'll try to hit him with a produce flame.
Hey, the DM did make me roll the tie-up, so I don't think I failed that.
Nope, did not make you roll the tie-up, but it did cost your action. So you still have your bow out, but you don't have a readied action.
No, I said that wrong. You're correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and cure wounds myself with a level 1 spell slot because I am heavily wounded. Look at those 8s I'm rolling. I'm rolling fantastic tonight for a change. Holy shit! So that's it for me, and I'm gonna pass it. Mark that down on your calendar. This is the second round in a row where I've been efficient with the turn complete next actor button. Thank you.
Dave, I think you had to reinstall Fantasy Grounds to get rid of your dice.
I got to reinstall everything. My fucking soundboard stopped working.
All right, swinging at that guy.
Well, you guys seem to have this in hand. Keep up the good work. I believe in you, and I love you.
He becomes conscious again. He's bound, so he's prone. So here, I'll add restrained. on there as well.
The this is a sarcophagi behind us, correct?
That is a altar with the body of a dwarf upon it.
Okay. Can I give you some? What kind of check would you like to see? Like, Eddie's kind of like, this is blowing his freaking mind. Can I give you some kind of check to know what might be going on?
Religion, Arcana, either one of those. Acrobatics.
Yeah, can I give you an
athletics.
Can I give you a stealth check? So
Yes, because if they're as good as Tragon's are, then you'll end up with the same results.
Hey now.
there's my religion check, but
That was persuasion. You know that, right?
oh shit.
What's even better? You rolled a 1. I mean,
There we go. Sorry about that.
okay. With your religion check, you have no idea. You do not do the woogie woogies. That's dad.
There's my stealth. Just for giggles.
Just for shits and giggles. And you giggled and shit yourself is what you did with that. All of your skill checks suck, by the way.
Exhaustion's a bitch.
Cousin Eddie turns and looks at his dad and's like, "Pops, man, throw me a bone here. What's the deal?"
I'm trying to ascertain the situation because I know in the monster manual this white should already be dead, but
You're correct. In the monster manual, the white is dead.
I was saying to the chat that the dungeon master's probably modifying this thing, which I totally love. But I'm trying to ascertain the situation, son, as we speak out of character and just so the DM doesn't hear us at all. Yeah. Oh, I'm not metagaming it. That's what I was saying.
Right.
I'm trying to ascertain the situation, though. I don't know, son. I'm sorry. I should have just said that to begin with. I don't know.
Well, Pops, you always do start to ramble on with your age. I mean, you are old after all.
Yeah,
So Pops, on your turn, do you think you might come over here, check this out, and I can ready my action to do whatever you tell me?
just ready your action to snatch that thing in case it moves.
If it stands up, knock it back down.
Yeah.
If it
I'll see on when it in about another 2 or 3 seconds when it becomes my turn. This is real game time, you see. I'll see if I can do some type of religious check or something to see if I could recall any kind of lore.
It doesn't have reach though, so you guys could,
maybe I might blast it with a sacred,
Chinese.
I don't know.
Chinese bugbear finger cuff it.
Well, luckily we're able to keep this dialogue going for a while, and the NPCs
Did you
just
see
sit
that?
there.
Well, I was going to ask Rupert if he saw those bugbear finger cuffs. They're in the magazine on the back cover.
All right, Cousin Eddie's going to ready an action. If this thing stands up, he's going to smack it. If his pops tells him to, he's going to do whatever his dad tells him.
Gotcha.
What are these pews? Or what are they gray
Stone benches.
benches? So I was going to yell for Splug to check out the dwarf coffin, see what's happening there, that thing. But Eddie, you did not attack this thing?
No, I'm waiting for my dad to tell me what to do. I'm out of ideas.
Fuck, I'm not your dad, bugbear. Jesus.
Whoa.
But he calls you daddy all the time.
But what's up with that? I mean, do we need to go off and have a talk on one of these pews?
Son, it's like goblin lingo.
Why the fuck are you
When I
calling me
say,
son if you're not my dad? You're confusing
When I say
me.
who's your daddy, that doesn't mean that you're actually my son. Jesus, you knucklehead.
I've got an 8 intelligence. You're confusing the shit out of me right now.
Boy, I better stop down, didn't I? Splug, check out that coffin and all that. There's got to be something over there that turns this sumbitch off. And
that's what I'm thinking. I'm
plug
gonna
this dude.
Yeah.
And I should have had advantage, but oh well, doesn't matter.
No, you don't have
I think
advantage
he did.
because he is laying on the ground. And ranged weapons, you get disadvantage for ranged attacks against people who are prone.
Well, then I need to re-roll that again. You want me to
No, you have advantage and disadvantage. It canceled out.
canceled out? But I get my sneak attack because he's still 5 feet on the ground, though.
That's a great feature that Fantasy Grounds actually recognizes the advantage and disadvantage to cancel each other out. That's splendid.
If this poor bastard wasn't crazy to begin with, the amount of times he's come back to life and died, he would be insane by now.
Maybe we got to kill him 9 times.
Well, now he knows what it's like to be Eddie.
Maybe he's
Can I
part
see him?
cat.
From there, still I can, right? I can still see him from there.
Yeah,
All right.
you can see parts of him. Yeah, you're kind of standing up on the bench, so yeah, you can see him.
All right. I'm gonna try to aim for his head, do a produce flame on him, without hitting the rope. Is that gonna be possible? Maybe. Do I think?
You can do nothing but try.
I don't like the way that sounds, but I'll try it. All right. Little that. See if flame does anything.
He's on fire.
Stuff something in his mouth. Make sure he can't talk.
Okay, going for the hat trick this time. I'm going to run up to the altar, and I'm going to look to see, and I'm going to try to ascertain if there's anything that could be possibly linking that guy that keeps coming back to life. Well, the dead guy that's undead that keeps coming back in undead form to the altar. Is there any kind of inscriptions? I see that there's inscriptions on the altar itself. Is that actually real, or is that just part of the graphics of the map?
That is, yes, real, and yes, a part of the map as well.
Okay, do I recognize them as a language that I could read, or are they like some type of religious iconage that I can try to ascertain what's going on?
You recognize that as the same thing that was written on the door.
Oh. And that was
And
the door.
it has been, yes, it's the door into this room.
Yes.
That was scrawled on the door there. That was very faded. It's also very faded going around the outside edge of this and written in blood.
I don't think the blood's a good sign. So can I do a religious check to see if I know what it says?
Why, certainly. You can go ahead and do that.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
I can't guess. Go ahead. Sorry, Rupert.
I got an idea. Let's take him with us, tied up, and then we could throw him into a room before we go to explore it and unleash him, and he'll kill whatever's on the inside eventually.
What about down
Shut
the pit?
door. Yeah.
What about down the pit?
Thor has failed you, Splug.
I'm wondering if I still have the Thor's blessing.
You have one more Thor's blessing usage, yes.
Okay. Can I go ahead and can I use my inspiration to re-roll that roll first?
Yes, you may.
Okay, I will use my inspiration, and I will also use the blessing from Thor. That will be an extra D10.
Yes.
So I'll roll a D10 first. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then I'll add that in. The bonus bottom left-hand side, that's a great feature as well.
Yes, it is.
And then I will go ahead and do my religion check with a massive amount of bonuses. Oh, God bless America. I love this country.
All righty. And I will just throw this out there because this is what the inscription says from the door. And
Was
from
a
around
30
it.
a success, by the way? I was just kind of wondering. Was a 30 a success?
So I think we have to kill the sun, if I'm reading that right.
Guys, it says, beyond this door, the master of death is chained. May he gnaw on your own hate until the sun dies and all things end. So is there any sons in here? I mean, I know, well, Eddie's my son. He thinks he's my son. But I mean, S-U-N. Is there any S-U-Ns in here? Not S-O-Ns.
You do not see any S. Oh, any SUNs, only SONs.
Not on the walls or on the sarcophagus or.
Maybe open the sarcophagus, throw him in there.
Is there a way to put sunlight in here? Won't he be affected by the sunlight?
I would say I'm thinking it's radiant light. So I'm kind of screwed. I used my action already.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say probably any type of holy divine power would probably take this guy out. So
healing word didn't have a good effect on him.
Only we had somebody of holy divine light inside him, someone to call upon.
Well, I could if I was allowed to, but I've already burnt up about 12 actions this round.
On your next turn.
All right, I'll pass it. That's 3 in a row. Mark that down.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Now, see, Cousin Clark suddenly becomes a paladin, and his glaive turns into a holy avenger.
Yeah, I just noticed that Cousin Clark has not been leveled up to 4. So can I multi-class real quick? Do we have time for that? Me? No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't have anything. He's gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta play it safe. I don't want to kill Rob's character.
Okay.
That's a great skill that's underutilized.
So it called him the Maker of Death. May I roll a history check to see if I recognize that at all?
You may do so.
I was going to ask that too, but I figured I already had 12 actions, so I didn't want to press my luck.
Well, thankfully, you did not succeed at that roll because there is no mention of what the fuck the Maker of Death means in this. So, yeah.
All right.
I will just say it's probably an orc warlord whose name is lost to history.
All right. So I feel like I as a player, know what we need to do, but my character has already given the advice he would give, so I will pass the turn.
Surprisingly, the orc does not wriggle or heal this turn.
Yay!
Did we go to normal poses out of combat poses?
No, you are not. You are still in fighting stance.
Cousin Eddie will he's actually going to take a seat and sit here and contemplate this like bombshell of information that has been dropped on him about Splug not being his father. And pass his turn.
Can I discern if this creature is doing anything, trying to loosen the bonds or say something?
Insight, and this will be an action, sir.
Insight coming up.
And your insight tells you that he is currently laying dead on the floor.
You're so helpful.
Waka, waka, waka.
Yeah.
Well, no, you asked me very specific questions. Is he trying to loosen his bonds or any other such thing? He is not attempting to do anything right now. He honestly looks like he is just laying on the floor dead.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Rupert's going to try to move down to here. And can he push the lid off of the sarcophagus?
Okay. It's an altar with a dwarf wearing plate mail atop it.
Oh, is it like a relief or like a full 3D dwarf carved into it?
It is a full 3D corpse of a dwarf in plate mail laying atop it.
Well, that kind of... I'll start looking around the altar for, I don't know, secret latch. Is it off the ground, like 3 feet off the ground or anything? Or
It's actually, well, since you're relatively tall compared to most everybody else, it comes up to about your belly button.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of reach around, like, press on the sides and look for any sort of latches, levers.
It's that same belly button that you have a piercing in, Ruprecht.
Or you could roll a perception, which your perception is actually fantastic. You do indeed find a secret compartment that has a small leather pouch in it and 2 brittle scrolls.
I will let Splug and Benazar know that there are 2 scrolls here, but I would be very careful removing them because they look like they could fall apart.
And I will also put said things into the party sheet.
I'll pull a little sack out, though. I'm like, hey, Tragon, look what I found.
He pulls out a sack.
You weren't standing on this one, though.
What's in it?
Yeah. Do I have time to look into the sack?
Yes, there is a lot of gold coins.
There's lots of shiny stuff in here. Might be gold. Could be gold. All right, and with that, I'm done.
Is it Dragon's turn or my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay. I'm glad you caught that. Can I take a cursory glance of these scrolls to see if it's something that would be something a cleric could recognize?
You look at both of those scrolls and you do not recognize the arcane formulas that are on them.
Okay, then I just blast that fucker with Radiant Flame then. Sacred Flame, by the way. Son of a bitch. How can that be a success?
I don't know what it was.
Can Cousin Eddie give Splug his inspiration?
Can I ask one more thing? Is this dwarf carved into the altar, or is it just kind of sitting on there?
It's sitting on there.
Is this a sarcophagus or?
Can I just push it off?
You put your hand against the dwarf, and the plate mail disintegrates, and his bones fall apart.
I grab it right in the crotch, and I try to pull it off by the crotch. And hopefully he has some type of, like, I guess, what are those things called where they put it on their crotch?
Cod piece.
The cod piece. Yeah, it's like a fish. Yeah, I try to pull it by the cod piece that's on there.
The cod piece disintegrates, and you grab a hold of his pelvis, and you lift up his pelvis.
Mr. Dan, can I give Splug my
so
inspiration?
Dramatic, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and I was like, I was getting a boner, and then all of a sudden you just stopped.
You do have a boner. It's in your hand. It's a whole pelvis.
Can I give Splug my inspiration to re-roll that Sacred Flame?
I'm okay with that.
I'll take 12 more actions if you want to give them to me. That's cool.
Go ahead, Splug.
He fails.
I think he kind of doesn't. He just kind of disintegrate, or maybe.
See what the damage says.
Oh, I got to roll damage. Holy Christ! Boy, you are. I'm gonna roll good again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you rolled real good.
That's it for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass it. I give up on this shit.
Look, I'm now going to write it on my calendar. You did it 4 rounds in a row where you remembered.
Yeah.
So when your Fantasy Grounds dice roll crappy, do you like put your computer in a shaming circle, or how does that work?
His computer's already in a shaming circle due to all the porn. and his choice of porn.
It knocked out my soundboard.
Cousin Clark will Take the dodge action.
Okay. Benazar.
Oh, God bless Geo. I bet this is frustrating the
Are
shit
you going
out
to
of
sing
him.
the song of your people?
No, I am going to roll another religion check to see if I can recall anything I heard about whites that are particularly hard to kill.
Hey, Benazar, do any of these scrolls mean anything?
I'm busy.
I think you should do another history
I think
check
it's
about
Braille.
the Maker of Death.
Okay. Yes, whites are difficult to kill.
Do I know how they're supposed to be killed?
You got to remove his privilege.
Maybe I got an idea. We'll try it when it comes back to my turn next round.
With that roll, no, you don't know how to kill them.
All right.
Just that it's very, very difficult, and they are tenacious bastards.
I will float the idea that maybe we just bludgeon it until it stops moving. Forever. Maybe.
I've got a better idea, Pat Benazar. I got a really good idea.
Okay.
Pat Benazar.
Oh, God. He does not heal again this round.
Is that a pelvic bone that I'm holding on to?
Yes, it is.
Or is there a cod piece that's connected to the pelvic bone?
The cod piece disintegrated as soon as you touched it.
That's bullshit. Come on, Mr. Dungeon Master. I wanted to stick the cod piece on the goddamn white.
So, Mr. Dungeon Master, Cousin Eddie will stand up if he could remove the prone from him.
We'll talk about this afterwards, son. I'm sorry. I didn't mean hey, take it like a grain of salt, just like your cousin would.
Who's not really your cousin.
Yeah. All right, so Cousin Eddie's gonna attack this thing. I'm just kidding.
I missed it. How the fuck did you miss it while it's laying there?
That's like getting fired on your day off.
Oh, you stealing boxes? Gonna build a club?
Which, by the way, is technically is against the law in the United States, is being fired on your day off.
Can I get double advantage?
No. Trigan.
What have we determined?
Trying to take advantage of a corpse.
My last
Yes.
suggestion was just bludgeon it till it's dead forever.
I think
See if
this
that
thing's
works.
worth like
That seems
15,000 experience.
But only if you kill it. There's no XP chart for
Trigan
beating
moves
something within
closer
an inch
to
of its
it.
life.
Yeah, I'm debating. I'm kind of back and forth here.
He walks back and forth on the stone
how
bench,
about-
and as he does so, the trap that he missed earlier, that's right there,
Yeah,
in the middle of that bench,
Mhm.
the glyphs and wards goes off at 19th level. I'm kidding.
Mhm. Boom.
He
I'm going
uses
to
all his
take-
movement.
A couple of flasks of oil that I have, and I would like to pour it all over this creature. And then I look at Eddie and go, just look, puff on the cigar, light him up, bitch, and step back.
Cousin Eddie says, I will be happy to do that in 5 more turns.
All right. I'll come over next to him. So if you use a ranged weapon and you're within 5 feet, but he's prone, but
Yeah, just roll it straight up, whatever it's going to be, because it's ridiculous to think what it's going to be.
Okay. I'll just do a regular roll. Let's see what that does. All right, I hit him anyways. Range is just advantage. So did the oil add anything?
The oil will be adding stuff. I will add that myself for you.
Okay. Produce flame on his head.
You produce flame, and his body explodes in a shower of flame and gore.
That's some good oil.
Yeah.
Now I think we're out of combat poses.
You are now out of your combat poses.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I should have just kept you guys in combat pose just to fuck with you some more.
Can we
Fire.
take a break? I gotta take a piss bad.
Actually, that's what I was going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to take a 10-minute break. We will be back at 1:30.
Thanks.
See you shortly.
As they say,
See
if all else
everybody
fails,
shortly.
Just set it on fire.
Yeah.
All right, so Rob is back in our chat again. He's watching because he's driving at this point, and he wants to watch. So, Schmo, do you want to tell Rob what you did to his character?
I mean, I would rather like somebody else tell him because I don't want to get yelled at.
Can you draw a picture of it? Can you show using 2 dolls?
I actually
show us on
can
the doll where
show on the doll where cousin Eddie messed it up.
yeah.
Here,
yeah,
I will draw you a picture of what happened. So Rob can see the map right now.
He can see the map. If you want to draw it in the upper left-hand corner of the map, I'll scroll up that direction.
All right.
Your character's new name is Sanchez.
That's not true. That's my character's name. Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, head came right off the bugbear, right there. So as we start getting back into it, because it is time to come back in.
I would like to point out for those watching that after seeing that drawing, I am available for cartography skills if anybody would be interested.
Why would I need you for cartography skills if you can draw, like, you know, heads flying off? Unless you're going to be doing a dungeon that is like literally a head flying off, which actually would be kind of
neat. That's true. I guess I should rephrase that. Doug, I am available for Unity animations, as you can see there.
Can I call you if I need a pumpkin card?
Mr. DM, can I get my magic arrows back, please?
You can roll me percentile dice for them, and we will see if they were destroyed. One good.
One of them is good to come back?
So far.
Oh, roll it again? Okay.
Yeah, roll. Because you only, fired like 3 arrows, didn't you?
2 of them were magical, and 3 were, actually on this guy, there were 2 magic and 2 regular. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, roll one more time and we'll see. If it goes above a 50, then you lost it.
Bummer.
So 1 good and 1 not good.
That's fine. Got 1 back. Thank you.
Not a problem. And at the normal arrows, you got 1 good. You got 1 back out of the 2 normal arrows you fired because you got back half. So, alrighty, gents. So we are now out of initiative, and unfortunately, poor Tui's character is dead. Oh, spoiler alert, Rob. Sorry. No, he's not dead. He's not dead.
It's hard for him to take any damage when he does nothing but dodge.
Yes, all he did was dodge. His response is burp, burp. So, what would you gentlemen like to do next?
I will take those scrolls.
Search the bodies.
Well, there's not a lot to search because the 2 ogre skeletons were blasted apart, and now the white who is laying on the ground has been blown to smithereens. So there's really not a lot to look for on any of the 3 of them.
Yeah,
there is a rusted longsword. There is a crappy longbow and some really shitty arrows. There's a dozen shitty arrows.
I collect up all the shitty arrows and I hand them to Tragon and say, Tragon, here, look. These are just for you.
These are just for you.
Wow.
What's up, LT 2014? How you doing? I see you lurking out there.
I will add those to the pile of arrows that we already have in the party sheet.
I bet they go around corners. I bet they shoot around corners.
No way.
Only not when you want them to. They just do it on their own.
They're magical. like the other ones I have. Cool.
Yes, I think they automatically apply the dodge bonus to your turn.
What are we doing now?
I think we're whispering.
Benazir's going to see if he can see this secret door that he knows is here.
You do indeed find it over there without any real attempt because you know it's on the other side. And you do see a small brick that you can press, and it does open from this side.
I do that.
Okay, it opens.
Hey guys, I found a door.
Awesome. Shall we go down the hole?
We still got one more room to check out down here.
We got some stairs to go down too.
What about that giant
south
bugbear
of
in the
here,
corner?
guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm just the cameraman following the action. That's all I am.
And I bravely step to the side.
Did you say bravely?
Yes, bravely.
That was pretty good. I see what you did there. Cousin Eddie will open the door if at all possible.
Alrighty.
And while he opens the
let me
door, he'll be
describe
checking
this.
for traps that way.
Ah, gotcha. All right, well, let me describe this for you a little bit first. The stairs leading south from the pillared hall end in a wooden door. You open the door, and beyond is a corridor that opens up into a large room lined with hearths. This room must once have served as a kitchen, with pots, pans, cauldrons, and kettles. I'll open up the map here in a minute. Lie scattered on the floor and strewn across several tables. An archway in the west leads into a pantry filled with rotted foodstuffs.
I will, seeing this, turn around and holler at Splug. Hey, Goblin, formerly known as Dad, I think I found your buffet.
Oh, but it's better than these celery sticks that I'm eating.
That's you, good sir. I appreciate that.
I see that we're all brave.
We're back on first name basis, huh, son?
And Cousin Eddie just doesn't know what to do right now. Yep, I'm playing both of them tonight. Both the cousins.
So is this like a bridge or is it an actual hallway?
It's an actual hallway.
Okay.
There's nothing on either side of it, really. It's like a tunnel that goes underneath that's just some water and shit. I can actually open that now.
So does it look like there's anything that I could possibly make a sandwich or something out of in here?
You are a bugbear, so yes.
I will do.
Are there any rats?
Not that you see, no.
Yarp. Yarp was his name.
I'll start randomly just breaking crap.
As you get that far, Rubric, everybody roll me initiative. As the table in front of you, Rubric,
hell.
Rubric has all the fun.
Is it effing mimic?
I was going to break that table anyway. Now I've got even more reason to.
It rears back and attempts to attack. Rubric is first.
Oh, I see what you're thinking, Mr. Table. Let's table this for now.
I see what you did
All right,
there.
I think a little produced flame should work on the table. So that's what I'm going to try.
Drew, you can go ahead and take your turn as well because you rolled it after I had
Yeah,
started things
no,
up.
that's fine. I was trying to get to it. I'll let him go first.
All right.
Ooh, burn. Take that table.
Take that table.
But I'm going to go ahead and move back.
Because last time you dealt with something animated in this place, it nearly killed you.
Well, and there's a bunch of tables in this room, so I don't want to take any chances. I'm kind of eyeballing the one that I moved next to, by the way.
Oh, I heard it. Oh, so bad.
Tonight I have had I had about 4 fingers of bourbon. Now I'm drinking some coffee, and then I'll probably have some water before I go to bed. So I'm covering all my bases.
Someone has to be 5 feet close to him.
I do
I will
have
go ahead and cast a Sacred Flame.
a ride tomorrow.
At Cousin Eddie.
Yep.
But it's supposed to be.
Can I see around it?
I think
it's
it
just
might be
a saving throw.
storming.
I just
I don't
have to
know.
have
Let me
sight. Can I
check.
peek around and see?
What's my phone
Yep,
say?
you can peek around and hit it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
Jesus,
me some new.
what a great table.
It is.
5 times. Look at
yeah,
that.
shit.
Is it like a
I
geek
can't even
chic
think of-
table,
wood for reserve,
or like just a plain?
That's
Maybe
too soon.
something
Too
from
soon.
IKEA.
It is an IKEA table. It is. It's from
Okay.
Dungeon Kia catalog.
Poor Geek Chic out of biz.
It's
So sad.
it's an IKEA table from the Fantasy Grounds forums. I don't think anybody got that, Doug.
The table moves towards.
It's a Dungeon Master Guide table.
It's a Rob Tui table.
Oh God.
And misses its attempt to ram poor Cousin Clark. I'm gonna ram him. Benisar.
Quick, turn the tables on him.
Oh, ow, oh. Your rapier wit has struck home.
Oh.
So, is it possible to lose inspiration because of stuff like that?
Not in my games.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to step
All right,
back,
sir.
and I'm going to cast Entangle upon the table.
Oh, he's wearing plate mail.
Oh no!
Let me draw that real quick.
The table's wearing plate mail?
Yeah.
I got it.
And silver,
That was good.
and silverware.
Oh my God.
So I don't have a lot of experience drawing squares and.
Right click on the screen,
Right.
and you'll see your pointers.
Okay, so part. Okay, I got you. I got you now.
There you go.
So.
I need the more you know, Rainbow.
So right there, we're casting Entangle. Ah.
No stopping this table.
And that was through the instrument, by the way.
So what was the purple square again?
Entangle.
Entangle.
Yeah, and I Okay, so it's when it starts in the area, it makes a strength saving throw. Okay. So it's there. It's a ongoing effect thing that's there.
Cousin Eddie will take a step up and swing with that and miss.
Triggin.
I will swing it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my lord.
Rupert.
All right. I think I'm all out of any possible bad jokes. So I'll just try to blast it with a produce flame.
You won't want to try to table it for later?
Yeah.
Oh,
I already used that one. I'm all,
Oh, did you really? I missed that.
I did. All right. That's it for me.
How damaged does this table look? Does it look like it can be mended with a mend spell?
It does indeed.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute cast time. I'll probably be screwed if I tried to do that. So let's just Thor's fake hammer away, will we? Oh, and I missed. Wow.
You did indeed.
I will go ahead and nimble escape and get back so it can't hit me.
Damn it.
Nimble escape. Love it. And that's 6 times in a row.
Hey, and Clark hits.
All right, so now that
And
that thing
he splits the table.
now that it's dead and the tables have turned, what are we doing?
Wah, wah, wah,
I must have been muted because nobody laughed.
Because it wasn't funny.
Rupert starts beating the shit out of the table next to him too.
I'm going to get a sound effect that's just crickets chirping. And I'm going to play that. Yeah.
Chirpy chirp.
Yep.
With this group, yes. So
Is this a table non-combatant that I'm attacking?
it is a non-combatant table.
All right.
I'm walking out of the room.
If only we had our wizard with us that could shock him to death. Each of these tables. That'll teach him.
I'm gonna gingerly make my way back towards the storeroom.
Yeah, that looks like a great place to hide something.
And
It does.
And start rummaging around.
Hold on 1 second there, Pat Benazar. Let me assist you. Let me bless you before you start to do that. Pat Benazar.
I found that actually quite amusing.
Yeah, everybody's probably saying, all these young bucks are probably saying, who is Pat Benazar?
I know who Pat Benatar is.
Who's Jerry Lewis?
Come on, Splug. Give me the best shot.
He was
Come on,
the
baby.
star writer and director of The Clown Who Couldn't Smile.
That looks like the kind of stuff you would just look up.
That was some Google shit right there.
It was a movie he made about a clown who the Nazis made lure kids into a gas chamber. And the movie was awful, and he basically buried it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's some
children.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So, all right. So, who's gonna roll what?
I rolled an investigation check to search the
I
room.
see that, and I'm gonna see if anybody else is gonna roll anything.
I'll take a stab at it.
All right, I'll come look after I'm done beating up on a couple tables.
Oh my God! All right, write this down. Not only is it impressive that Splug has been, advancing his turn. Look at that! Look at that! Rolled something higher than like a single digit.
That's pretty good, but that doesn't beat my 30 check a little while ago.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, now I do have some very bad news for you all. There is nothing of any value in amongst any of these boxes, and you have wasted those wonderful spell slots and rolls on nothingness.
I think you're just using guidance. It's a cantrip.
Yep, it's
Oh, those are
cantrip.
okay, cantrip. All right.
Yeah,
We call
I
them
can just-
Skittles on my table.
I can just spam the shit out of that. No cost. I
Yeah.
try not to abuse it, though.
And Rupert does want to sit here and beat the hell out of all of these boxes too.
Just
I
in
don't
case
like
one of
any
them
of this
jumps
stuff.
up and, a barrel comes up,
we-
tries to barely.
Do we all want to spend an hour and chill for a bit while we beat up these boxes?
Yeah, I've got a lot of pent up anger about boxes and tables and shit. Rugs.
Animated objects coming to
and-
life.
Yeah, and armor and pots and pans.
Now, Doug, I have to forewarn you, as any person who has played on my table for any amount of time knows, if anybody focuses too long on one thing, I will make the worst possible thing like that happen to you.
Oh yeah, no, I already had Rupert's backstory. So he hates any sign of civilization already. So he especially
so
hates,
this works.
and he hates things that are unnatural. So you have civilization, which he doesn't like, and then you have unnatural civilization that comes back up and attacks him. He's got a full-on hate going right now for all this stuff.
I would
All right.
argue that civilization is in fact a natural occurrence.
So Rupert's got a hate boner going on for crates. Crate, another encounter.
Boo.
What about these doors in the other room? Are we going to hang out here?
Well, we'll go check those. How are we looking? Do we want to rest, or are we good to go?
Surprisingly, I've got spell slots left.
I know nobody's really gotten damaged at all.
A little. I'm good.
All right. Well, then we'll continue on to those doors.
All right.
Clark is the worst one off at the moment.
Fuck Clark.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
My chat says that Rupert is doing a great job. And CJ, Rob says, fuck you.
Okay. That's fine.
Actually, he says, fuck CJ, but...
I mean, I'm flattered.
Splug, hit me with your best shot again.
Right. I punch him.
Nut shot, right?
That's about probably all I could reach, actually.
Pow, bitch. Okay, so Trigon, that roll was so wonderful that you know that this door and the door next to it are both unlocked and there's nothing behind them and there's no traps.
Oh, for God's sake. Benazar will go up and open the goddamn door.
Kaznetti just looks at you and motions for you to open the door yourself.
Fine, I'll kick it in. 1, 2, 3.
And behind this door, the fireball trap goes off.
Oh, good.
I'm kidding.
With my dying breath, I curse Tragan.
Alright, so
Nothing
there is
of-
absolutely nothing around in those rooms of any import unless you are a blacksmith of some kind, in which case the room that our drow is looking through has some blacksmith materials. Not something you'd really put in a backpack. They're too freaking big.
So, out of character, we were sent to find like a place where magic items were made, right? Or the original party was?
Yes, you are actually sent here to map this place.
Right.
And that was pretty much it. And you have yet to find the end of it. You were also sent here to find any blades that had the smith's hammer and anvil symbol in them and bring them back to collectors.
We found one, I think.
Yes, you have found one so far. Matter of fact, I believe it is Tragon who is currently using it. It's the rapier that he's using.
The rapier or the sword? I've got a
sword. It's the long sword. It's the long sword.
Shatter spike. Okay.
Was this fine Warhammer or anything?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. All right.
However,
it's a
Rubric,
critical hit.
Please, sir, roll me a perception check.
All right.
We're playing the hot or colder game.
Is it sight based?
Yes.
Let me bless you a little bit first there, or not.
All right.
Yeah, a 20 is just fine.
Yeah.
You find in the forge that you just walked past, there was an unusual location that's not glowing red hot.
Ooh.
All right. I was gonna think about knocking it over, so yeah, I will go investigate. Hey guys, this doesn't look quite right. Everything's on fire except for this part.
Ooh, a thing that's not burning? I'll check that out.
Yeah, just reach your hand in there. It's probably not hot at all.
Yeah. I'll even guide you for that.
I've gotten worse advice.
Okay. So
I've
you're going to
given
reach out
worse
and
advice.
open it?
Yes. I will, I'll have some kind of cloth in my hand when I reach out to grab it, just in case it's hot.
Okay. Through the cloth, you feel no heat. Matter of fact, it actually feels kind of cold coming through the cloth.
Interesting.
I open the thing.
You see a small coffer inside, about a foot long and 6 inches deep and 6 inches high.
Nice and average. I'll pull it out.
Okay, you pull it out. It is locked. It has a lock on the front of it.
If only we had a rogue that could open it.
Yeah.
If only you did.
Hey, Trigon, you wanna give us a shot?
What? Sorry.
You have a call a friend?
I found a lockbox. And I can
Use your
your
phone
help
a
getting
friend
it open.
option?
I'll be more than glad to use my thieves' tools with skill.
Hey, Priest, give him that little bonus thing you do.
He gave it to me.
I'm on top of it. Is somebody rolling dice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember Geo said he'd be rolling dice sometimes.
That's not me this time.
Yeah, that's
No.
Doug.
It's the
Okay, Trigon, you are unable to pick this lock.
just step on it, smash it.
Give me the pick. I'll give it a shot.
I hand him my thieves' tools.
Will this be like a dexterity check, base wise?
Yes, it is.
Yes, and you have it at disadvantage.
Good Sir Priest.
Hey there, silly little sailor. Welcome aboard my boat.
Thank you for the
And
follow
while you guys are
there,
rolling
Dungeon
this, I just
Viper.
want to
appreciate
thank
it.
somebody who is out there in Chatland, who is ordering and sending me a convention T-shirt. Thank you very much.
A pizza? Oh.
Not a pizza.
Is
And
it that
you-
online convention from
uh,
a couple weeks ago we were talking about?
No, it's not.
We
it's not
usually
Ethicon.
have,
It's actually for
have a lot of fun on these
TsunamiCon, I
games.
do believe, in October.
Correct.
What is TsunamiCon?
I will get into that at the end of today's session.
Oh, okay.
It's actually really cool. I'll tell everybody where to go.
Does it involve kaiju at all?
It could. Benazar, you do not succeed at picking the lock, though you were far better at it than Tragan was.
Okay.
I'll go sit in a corner over here and sulk.
And that's when the Zorn comes out and grabs him and brings him back into the wall.
Cousin Eddie and/or Clark, you're interchangeable.
I just like how Splug is way over there on the bridge.
Because I'm waiting for something to blow up.
Explode.
All this talk of Zorns and everything else has kind of got me a little on edge.
You said there are blacksmith tools, right?
Yes.
Was there maybe like a chisel or something like that?
There are, yes.
I will wave over to one of the bugbears. Say, I think there's a tool here we can use to open this box.
I think there's a handful of tools.
Then use it and open it.
I think we got a tool here. I gotta point towards Eddie.
I will go try to find a chisel and open the lock. I'm not very strong, but we'll see.
Okay. You find a chisel easily. Go ahead and give me a strength check. And then I'll have you roll me a d20 after you've rolled the strength check.
Okay. So I think
Matter
I'm
of fact, give me a strength check with advantage.
All right, I'm also going to be a jerk and use a bardic inspiration point on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Advantage and a strength check.
Oh, you guys are so quick.
Okay, so 17 is what you have. Now, please roll me that d20.
With nothing to add to it.
Nothing to add to it. And a 13. Okay. You pop the lock easily. As you do so, a liquid runs out of it.
No shit.
Ah, hell.
With the liquid hot magma?
No, it's not hot magma. Nope.
You knew that
Matter of
was
fact,
coming.
it's kind of a transparent liquid, almost like water, but a little bit more silvery.
That was like the Ethereum stuff. That was the magic making sauce.
Okay.
That was the potion of hill giant strength that he just broke.
Oh,
Wrong.
we don't need that.
We don't need no stinking potion of hill giant strength.
Everything else inside fine, relatively speaking.
Yes, there is a gold necklace and a whole shit ton of coins.
Yeah. I will bring that out to the party. I will grab the necklace and tell them to have at everything else.
I will check all the other forges. Just in case.
Okay. I will tell you without you rolling dice that there is nothing else to find in this room of value.
Upon determining that the necklace is not magical, I will toss it back into the thing. Party treasure.
Okay. Though, if anybody wants to step over by the hole, there may be some more stuff over that direction.
Ooh. To the hole.
Yeah. And I will deposit the last will and testament of Vostok into one of these forges here that's not lit.
Okay.
That'll really trip somebody out if they find it. All right.
Hey, random guy, don't touch my stuff.
Rupert would like to spend some time changing himself into something new. Let's see.
He's not liking the furball thing.
He must have did some eye patches on Photoshop or something.
Oh, I did this before.
Stuff.
So let's see. Dun, dun, dun.
Actually, Doug was showing me a whole bunch of them that he had made up for himself. They're actually pretty funny.
All right. So, yeah. Rupert's going to change into a giant spider.
Oh shit! With a freaking eye patch.
Fucking eye patch. I love it.
Yep.
But I got like 7 other eyes, so I can still kind of see pretty good.
It's got an eye patch that goes over 4 eyes.
Okay.
4 eyes. All right, so I'll burn one of my wild shapes.
So this is a rideable spider then.
He could be, if you were of the proper size, yes. Which I do believe all of you are of the proper size, but he can only give one person a ride at a time.
Indeed.
And no fucking bugbears. No bugbears. But a goblin spider rider. That
would be
been done
hot.
before. That's been done before.
Yeah.
I had a goblin paladin that used to ride a spider.
I have a Games Workshop figure that had goblin spider riders.
Yeah, my
I can
goblin
believe
that I
that's the
played
theory.
in Vanguard had a spider mount. I missed that game. I loved that game.
So, all right. So what would you guys like to do over here by the edge of the hole?
I jump on the spider and say, "Let's go down the hole."
Wait, we have a ladder?
Way over there. Yes, made of chain.
I'll go explore it for you guys. Walking on the walls.
Are you going to go down the hole?
No, I'm going around the
down
edge.
there?
I'm going to start by just, kind of going just gently around the edge, and
keep going. Yes.
and then
Doug is rimming it. Okay.
and then eventually when it's all clear,
Here we go. Sorry, Doug.
No, I'm gonna wait for the rest of the group. But I'm gonna go check it out.
So you are going down, or you're not going down?
And now I'm gonna wait.
Oh, he's going down.
Oh, I like how the party thinks that they can take a shortcut and just jump across and say, "Okay, we're here now." I like that.
No, the spider ferried each one of us one at a time.
Oh, that's it. Okay, gotcha.
Who you calling
Nice
a spider
recovery,
fairy?
Trigon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't let me screw with you guys with any of the random encounters that you could possibly run into.
Like a
Happy now?
succubus.
I went around.
I am happy. Thank you very much for doing that.
Okay, now I'll go down the hole.
Alrighty.
Coming,
to go down the hole.
Slug.
I'm going. I'm riding.
All right. So who's going to ride and who is going to go down the ladder? Anybody going to go down the ladder?
I'm tying myself onto the spider so I don't fall off, obviously.
I don't think
Oh,
anybody's
come on.
want to go down the ladder. I think we can go down one at a time.
I think what I am doing is I am going to use my instrument to cast Levitate on myself. I'm going to float down.
Really?
That's smart, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. How long does that last?
Gel, and you
That lasts concentration up to 10 minutes. And I can move.
Concentrate. Okay.
I can move 20 feet.
Hey, Splug, distract him.
Yeah, I can move further.
I pull my wiener
20
out, I
feet
wave it at
around.
him. Does that distract him?
It's a good thing that he can't see it.
Wave my wiener at him.
We need light too, probably. But I'm a spider, so I can't really say that.
And
I
I
don't,
go,
I don't need light.
I got blind sight now. I can see it in the dark and dark vision, 60 feet. But other people might, maybe, I don't know.
Half elf power activate.
I'll be going stealthy too, just in case there's some other shit on the walls, like other bigger spiders.
What's up there, Mess Master? I see you
Or
lurking
lizards.
in there. How are you doing tonight?
All right. So basically, I have 3 of you down the hole, or going down the hole. And
Let's
I
see
will
if
be
any
honest
of
and say, Benazar, it is very
these things
nerve-wracking
work.
to go down by
Yay, they
levitation,
do. Look at there.
but you can do so, and it will not harm you at all. What are the other 3 of you going to do?
was it nerve-wracking because I was waving my wiener at him? Or what?
The
Yes.
cousins will go down.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
get ready for them to fall and cast web if I see anybody falling.
I was going to kick the chain some, kind of push it down and see if it breaks at all. And if not, we'll start going down it.
Cousin Clark said he's taking a shortcut and just jumps off the side.
Can we test the chains at least to see about how sturdy they are?
They are very sturdy. There you go. They are very sturdy. They anchor well into the rock. Oh, damn it. It's another map that has all sorts of weird fucking angles and shit.
Come on, cousins. It's safe. Trust me.
Oh, they're already like halfway down. They're wondering what you're doing talking.
He's talking to the floating air molecule.
Yeah, they're all about some venturing.
Benazar is just striking a pose as he goes down.
Striking a pose. So you're a poser on your way down. Gotcha.
Very similar to the one I posted in the Discord chat.
Oh, jeez. Oh, goody. So let me share this map with you.
Does that mean you're playing air guitar?
Sure, yeah.
As my computer comes to a freaking crawl as I share this. My poor potato is going to die one of these days very soon.
Hey, Splug, where'd your mask go? You look hot, though.
No, I was eating celery sticks, and I was gonna try eating the celery sticks as a mask, but I figured I got shit all over it, so I decided not to. But that's a good idea. I do need to put my mask back on because I need to get back into character.
All right, gents. A thundering spray of water fills this chamber, pooling and flowing out to join a larger river to the north. The air is damp, and the roar of the waterfall is deafening. A broad ledge heads north towards the river and then turns out of sight to the east. The muddy bank of the pool looks disturbed by tracks of some kind. And you guys are standing down here at the bottom of the waterfall, which you know comes from the forge above.
Ah, yeah. So, these recent tracks, as far as I can tell?
You will need to make a survival check in order to determine that.
That's one of the few I don't have, but we'll try.
Unfortunately, you have no idea.
Neat.
If I see him looking at it, I'll at least I'll check. I won't be able to communicate to him if I find out, but I'll at least check.
Aha! You do indeed see something, sir. I am just going to cut and paste this to you in a whisper.
Does the water look nice and clean and fresh and drinkable?
It does actually indeed look that way.
I take a little taste of it, and if it's good, I will fill my water skin back up.
There, Rupert. That's what you see.
Okay. I will spin around a couple times to see if I can get people's attention.
Yeah. Whoa,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
The
I'll
giant
kinda-
spinning spider definitely gets my attention.
I'll kind of like tap several of my legs at a time, kind of on where I'm showing some tracks. And then I will kind of walk up to the edge there and then kind of tap my legs into the water and then back up.
Oh, I think he's trying to tell us something.
Timmy fell down the well.
We do insight to see if we can decipher that.
Yes.
Hold on.
If you really need to do insight to decipher that, then yes.
I go over and look because Dragon's doing his skill check.
Hey, makes us see if we can decipher what he's saying. Or not, or drawing, whatever he's doing. Something's in the water, apparently.
I look around.
You see water. And Trigan going across the bridge all by himself. And you see tracks. If anybody would like to make a survival check to determine what the tracks are, by all means, go for it. Trigan, no.
Yeah, go figure.
Slug, yes.
What did it look like?
Yes. Okay, Cousin Clark also got it. So enough of you have gotten it at this point that I can say this out loud. That they appear to be reptilian tracks of something large, reptilian, 4 feet, and a tail. And it seems to have dipped into the water. Somewhere where Splug is. 'Cause
he jumps out of the water and attacks me, right?
No.
I was hoping he would.
Not yet.
All right, so oh boy. You see anything over there, Tragon?
Mr. Dungeon.
There's a bunch of lizard tracks.
You see the lizard tracks as well now that they've been described.
I threw a perception earlier just looking around. So.
Yep. Yeah. Typical
I know.
roll for you.
Never mind. I was just saying.
Typical roll. But what you do see is you see that there's a bridge to your east that kind of looks like back across the water around the corner.
I will let the rest of the party know.
Do we want to go right first?
But you do not see any tracks, Trigan, on this side.
What's the ceiling like up here?
It is a natural cave, so it is not of any one particular height, but roughly anywhere between 10 and 20 feet in various spots.
Can I move up to the ceiling?
Yep, you can climb right up the wall up to the ceiling if you wish.
All right. So I'll do like this when I'm upside down. I'm on the ceiling.
Gotcha.
Anything in this little nook and cranny over here?
Nope, there is nothing over there. And by the way, Eddie, I did indeed get your whisper. I do understand, and that should be no issue.
All right, cool.
Because we will be stopping here very shortly.
All right.
Okay, so you guys come around the corner.
Stealthily come around the corner.
Stealthily come around the corner. Yeah. Now, the first thing you can see, and I'm going to tell the druid this, but he can go, you'll all eventually see it as you start coming around the corner. You see that the water is beginning to slow down on the east side of that bridge.
I'm thinking the half drow and the spider should go forward and pretend to negotiate for House Ben Air.
House Bedray.
Ben.
Well, wouldn't that be wonderful if we were playing something else like Poda?
I could really blow their minds, Sam. I'm negotiating for House Oblaja.
Oh yeah, you could blow their minds. Very good. Nice, clever.
Very, very good. Creep around. Ruprecht will be the first to see around the corner as he can see that there is actually an underground lake to the east.
Does it lead off into the Underdark?
Oh, no.
De Morgan's going to come out in just a second and get us.
Then Dritz will be all crazy, out of his mind.
Give it a moment as it opens up a big ass piece.
Ooh, pretty.
And another big ass piece, because you guys can see all the way across it. And I'll read a description to you.
This is very nice.
Pretty.
A short distance offshore sits a small island, 30 or 40 feet across. Stalagmites thrust up from the ceiling above, at the ceiling above, and the dark waters lap quietly at its shores. Several spots on its surface glimmer, even in the gloom, suggesting the promise of treasure to be had. I would like a perception check out of every one of you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Give us some love. Oh, never mind. Sorry. That was
Got to give myself some luck on that one. I wonder if I can I need to read that. Can I give guidance to myself, I think? Yeah, one willing creature. I'm a creature.
Are you willing to touch yourself?
All the time, every day.
Can we get him to stop?
No.
I have a number of charm spells I could use.
Alrighty. So, with those perception checks.
That should be a 14. I don't know why I didn't do a D4 in there. No, It should be a +4. 12.
12 is good enough.
Sorry.
The only one who doesn't hear this is, actually two of you don't hear this, is Benazar and Eddie. As you can hear the clinkle, clinkle, clinkle of treasures and metals and such moving on that island.
This looks like a big lair.
Yes, and our spidery friend from up above, since you're kind of climbing on the ceiling and you're up above everybody, you can see down over it. You see...
yeah.
Everybody roll initiative.
Dragon.
And he most definitely can see, smell, and hear all of you.
Especially the bugbears.
Actually, especially the spider.
Oh, yeah. Probably get the spider.
Let's
Moving
kill him
on.
and take his stuff.
Awesome. So, we will start right off with Cousin Clark. Next game session on Wednesday next week.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun,
dun.
dun.
Oh boy.
Will that be, do you think, the last session, or?
I think you guys will be pretty damn close to being last session. So, since Schmo said that if it was final session next week, he would prefer us not to play because he will not be here. I will leave it to all of you. I'll put a vote up.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
I'm
Check
okay.
mark is play. X is not play.
if it's not going to be the final session, then y'all go ahead with it. If it looks like it's probably going to be the last, I would definitely want to be here for the last one.
For you, Schmo.
I will say
thank
that
you,
it's
guys.
probably going to be the last session.
All
Not
right.
because I'm going
There
to
you go,
kill
Schmo.
all of you.
Yes, it is because he's going to kill all of us. First, he said everyone assemble into breath weapon formation. And it looks like we have, so that's good.
Yep. Yes.
Don't they do
man.
lightning?
That's a black dragon too, isn't it?
Yep. Look at that lightning strike.
He is of a dark jet color with little glints of metal and such on his, coming from his scales as, coins fall off of him. And yes.
Vostok came so close.
So we will not be playing this next week, which is the 27th.
The 30th.
We will, however, 30th.
30th.
Yep, the 30th. We will not be playing on the 30th, but we will be playing on the 6th,
Yay.
which also happens to be the same day Susie gets her new tattoo.
Ooh, what's she getting?
She is not going to tell any male what she got. However, the females who are watching are free to message her privately and ask.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Wow.
I always thought it'd be cool to get a tattoo of Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
You go ahead and get that because you're the one who has to live with it.
Plane.
The plane.
No, I want the pepperoni. Wah, wah. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this episode of Tales from the Yawning Portal, The Forge of Fury. We will pick up again on September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
We'll see y'all
Thanks.
later, everybody. I'm going to head to bed.
All right. Peace
Good
out.
Night.
Yep.
Good night.
All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the follows. If you have not done so already and you like what you saw, be sure to follow the channel so you know when we go live. We play D&D, we play Lord of the Rings online, and whatever other kind of stuff we feel like. So follow us on the Twitch, like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to our channel for free. It gives you the option for that little bourbon glass. We love the bourbon here. You could throw some Game Wisp love our way if you wanted to. Subs get top priority in our Saturday night one-shot games, which we do not have one this Saturday because I will not be home. Yep, that's it. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and we will see you later.